This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Gene,
Yes.
where can the people see you?
May 31st in the Belly Room Comedy Store. Sold out. Sold out. That's it. I'm running my Netflix set right before I go tape it June 4th in what's Las Vegas for us? Can you turn it on? It's
yeah.
so loud. What's Las Vegas? Mom's penis? Mom's
I've
Veneris?
never heard it referred to like that.
Mom's Vegas. Taping for the Netflix special, The Degenerates. If you want to come see that taping for free, go to Christina P. Online, use the promo code YourMom, and you'll get preferential seating. Just give them a few days to get back to you. It takes a while. It's free seats. But the only way you'll get great seating is if you put in the code YourMom. And Joey Diaz is on that lineup. They just added Brad Williams and Jay Ogerson, and I can't know the other two chicks, the girls are on there. I don't know them because they're East Coasters, but it's going to be amaze. November 24th in Man Diego, California, House of Blues, and then December 8th, Jew Dork Titties at the Gramercy Theater. Only a handful of tickets left on that one. Tickets at Christina P. Online. Go for it. Tom, it's your turn.
Oh, so I was just verifying this, and it is true. If you live in the Brea area, those shows have been sold out for a while, but what happened is the club is moving down the street. It's still in Brea, it's still on the same block, but they're moving to a much bigger space. So they have opened up tickets to every show because of the new capacity. So they'll probably go pretty quick. The ones that were on sale went fast, but if you missed out on the original tickets, you can go to tomsegura.com/tour and get the tickets to those shows. I believe it's August 2nd and 3rd at the Brea Improv. Saturday's almost gone at the West Balls Beach Improv.
Balls Beach, yeah.
In West Palm, Florida at the Improv there. Those are on sale. And let's see. I have some tickets left in Philadelphia. I have shows, the second show still available in, what's it called? What's your tits called? Boise. So, yeah, here's the new exciting show. Eugene, Oregon is on sale.
What's Eugene?
Yeah, Eugene's.
Eugene's. Yeah.
The on sale is Friday. The pre-sale will be this Wednesday, May 30th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific, the McDonald Theater. The password, if you'd like to get tickets during the pre-sale, is CHAMP, C-H-A-M-P.
That's ridiculous. I don't know why they'd give that one to you.
That show is going to be October 4th at the McDonald Theater. There's also some other shows on sale, Ball Sacramento, Fresno, a couple others. Go to tomsegura.com/tour and enjoy that. Please get tickets to see us. We're very excited about it. Gene, are you ready to get down to business?
I'm so excited for today's episode.
It's going to be a fun one, Gene.
It's been a long time in the making. We prepped for this for a long time.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You ready to do it?
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Oh, shit, they fucking shit up. Where these birds from, bro? These birds hate people. Oh, my God, bro. They is shitting up a storm out here. Literally. Look at that shit.
Shit storm, shit NATO.
Damn.
This shit is big time.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone love into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just a little thing to get the show started, right in our wheelhouse. A lot of shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Excited voice. But, today's going to be fun. We got a lot to get into.
First of all, can we get into your jacket?
Yeah, what's up?
What? First of all, are you Ukrainian? Are you Slovenian? Are you Hungarian? Like, what's the look you're going for? It's all that Slavic.
I'm a dope producer.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? This is so my tribe right now. I'm really feeling it.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's just, my folk came threw me a motherfucking dope jacket, and I put it on.
What's the flag of? What former Russian Soviet country is that?
I don't know what that is. I just...
Which satellite country?
I think I saw a Dominican guy wearing it. I was like, where'd you get that?
That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it's definitely loud. It makes a lot of statements.
I wore it on a plane. People were definitely noticing.
Yeah.
Jeez, this guy.
If you wore that to Hungary and met like my relatives and friends, they'd be like, "That's a good jacket. This is nice. This is good stuff here. Good jacket."
You leave that behind, maybe?
You like house music?
Absolutely.
Do you like house music? Do you?
Do
you?
I remember when I worked with this German girl, and she was like, "How come nobody likes house music?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's not 1994. What are you talking about? We're Americans." And she was like, "I'm going to go dancing this week on house music."
Oh my God! Good luck. Take that foreign
remember.
shit out, man.
When I was in Madrid for a semester, every club
Of
was
course. In the 90s, like the UK loved it. Yeah. Oh, da dee da dee da. Hungary too, booming everywhere.
Booming.
The UK, they loved that shit.
Mm-hmm. They love it.
It was good.
I know.
There's like a few good songs
that
though.
never really took off here, though.
No.
Something about that sensibility is not. I don't know. It's not as like there. It feels that's mainstream. That's what people are into. If you're young, if you're cool, that's what you like. And here, it wasn't like that.
No, it's too. I don't know. But then again, we like that club music. People like people who do drugs, and they
Raves and stuff.
Yeah, like that was cool. But I don't know. I'm out of touch. What do I know?
Yeah, I know.
What do I know? I don't know anything.
We're basically lost on our television shows.
You know what's so funny is that as we're sitting here recording now, all I can think about is like, when can we go back upstairs and put the TV on and finish where we left off?
I know. There's so many good shows we're into right now.
Well, here's what happens: is we dry up, the well dries up, and then I find the TLC app.
That's what happens is the well dries up on really amazing award-winning television.
Right.
In other words, scripted,
right,
mega shows that are phenomenal. Like, we're coming to an end on The Americans.
I'm so upset that we're coming to an end on The Americans.
If you never got into The Americans, you want to deep dive, you'll have 6 seasons.
Oh,
so good. We're watching Handmaid's Tale.
Handjob's Tale is really picking up. Thank God, there's finally hope. I was about to commit suicide a couple episodes back, so now we're having some hope, and I'm stoked.
Really, really.
I'm fired up.
It's good. This last ending was just like
bam. I loved it.
It kind of reminds me of when one of those shows where you go, well, I don't want to give it away, but it's like when you're watching one of the amazing, like a Breaking Bad, and something central that you're used to changes all of a sudden. You're like, where are they going to go from here?
So good.
Sopranos, like a character is just out of the picture. You're like, what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
They just really fucked shit up.
I'm super excited for Handjob's Tale.
But anyways, we run through these shows, and so then you're great at finding the filler shows.
The depraved, the outliers, the marginalized shows.
Might as well tip our hat and just tell the network, TLC, you have really outdone yourselves.
If you have an Apple TV, I recommend just going and getting the TLC app and just scrolling through their reality lineup.
There's like...
It's a joke. It's a fucking joke, but it's so good.
Fat dwarves, fat and black.
It's called Big and Little.
Oh, yeah. Big and Little, that's about fat dwarves.
Fat dwarves.
Yeah.
Which I heard, I fell asleep, but you said it wasn't as funny as we hoped.
It was way, way more depressing than I thought it would be.
See, that's the problem with TLC is they get the
emotional
empathy. Yeah, like I don't want to be empathetic. I want to laugh. I want to enjoy my fat dwarves, and and then you got me feeling for them. Like,
I'm like, I don't want to feel
damn
for
it.
these people. And then there was they have a whole bunch of fat stuff. Like, I'm fat, and like
the fat
I
channel.
lost all the fat, and now my skin hangs off me. It's called like Skin Tight or something.
We watched that one, and that was depressing too.
And it's also hard to watch. They're like, this skin will tear. Like, ugh. Yeah. And then there's
so depressing.
Yeah,
Fat and Alive, Fat and Can't Leave the House.
And we're a fat family, and it's just all kinds of fat shit. Yeah, and then they have a lot of gender stuff, a lot like
Jazz. I don't watch that because I feel bad. It's a little kid.
It's like a kid.
I can't
who's-
watch that. Yeah.
But then there's one now that we are really deep into called Lost in Transition. And here's
can't
the
stop thinking
premise
about
of this. I know, it is so captivating. The premise is there are married couples that have been married for a while. I mean, we're talking anywhere from like 8 to sometimes 30 years.
Yeah.
Right?
With
So
multiple children.
established relationships. Yeah. Children for most. And in each of these marriages, the man has told the woman that he wants to transition to a woman. And I mean, it is like jumping into a household and seeing the biggest bomb drop in a relationship. You're literally getting to peek in to a private life and seeing somebody go, I am going to blow up what we have been used to for 3 decades sometimes.
Right. And the thing is, the interesting part is that the trans part isn't that interesting to me anymore because I feel like we've seen so many shows and we're kind of, we have a better understanding of that.
The reactions
It's,
to it, like
it's,
the way people handle it.
Yeah, it's the emotional drama that's happening.
course.
And there's this one couple, they've been married 24 years. They have, is it 3 children or 4?
Which one?
The Ohio woman who's like just the most
they have 2
normal.
kids.
Okay, they have 2 children. And
Yeah.
her whole dream in life.
Well, the one that's married to my dad, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. The husband is like he's got a belly. He's got the traditional bald like horseshoe. He just looks like one of my dad's golfing friends.
He's never going to be a good-looking woman. It's never.
That guy
it's not
probably
going to
not.
happen. Yeah.
And he's just like, and he is so happy that he's told her.
But
That's the
wait,
one
let's
thing that
back it up.
registers, too.
The back it up. The best part is that she's like, I mean, all I ever wanted in life was
She's
to
mortified.
get married and have children and have a house and go to the Hobby Lobby on Saturday. Like her.
She's very simple.
Yeah, all she wanted out of life was the house, the husband, like the life,
And
the
she
family.
had it. She
and
was
she
living
did.
the life that she wanted. She's living the life that she wanted.
So fucked up.
He drops it on her one night. She's
Yeah.
like,
Huh?
"What?" And then you see real, I mean, devastation. That not that he's doing it. It's that life
Yes.
is now is changing. And so then they're like, what are they going to do? Like, well, we're going to get divorced and get separate places. He is like flipping pancakes and he's like, we sure are. And he's like cleaning up shit in the garage. And he's like, I cannot fucking wait for this. And they're sitting there in this interview and he's like, it was so hard to tell her. He's like, but here I was my whole life, my wedding day and the birth of our children. And I was just always so devastated and miserable.
Because he knew that he was trans from day, before they got married.
Yeah,
and he just couldn't come out.
And he couldn't say anything. He was like, I was so devastated and like, oh God, I'm so miserable. And she was like, that's so hurtful to hear. Because I thought those were great days.
Well, what? Like, she's clearly like, wait a minute, those are the best days of my life. The birth of our children, our
he's
wedding.
like, oh, no, not mine. Not mine.
And then the best part is that, like you said, he's flipping the pancakes, and she's like, I've never been on my own before. And he's like, yep, it's going to be tight. Not a lot of money.
Yep.
I don't even know how to balance my checkbook.
They're going to get separate places. He's like, the budget's really going to be tight. So you're going to have to not splurge. Anyway, I'm going to go out now.
So great.
He don't give a fuck.
I think he's so relieved to come out.
He is.
It's
You
about
can tell.
him.
I mean,
yeah.
you could tell. The weight is off of him.
And
now.
then there's this other woman who's this really educated like engineer, and she's in her 50s, and she doesn't understand trans.
She doesn't get it at all.
She thinks he's just gay, and it's a
no. She thinks
that it's
he's
a
like,
choice.
Yeah,
for him.
he's like, I want to go to Cabo. And
Yeah.
she's like, we can't do it. Like, she's like, do you understand if you do this, it'll fuck shit up between us? And he's like, yeah. Do you understand that? She's like, you're so selfish.
Yeah.
Like,
no, really doesn't comprehend that it's like a brain thing, and
Yeah.
he really does need to do this to feel whole.
yeah, he doesn't. She doesn't get it.
No,
But actually, that's
she's-
kind of fascinating to watch too.
Oh,
she
that's the
keeps going
best.
Back to it.
Because you know that everybody not everybody, but that generation probably empathizes like shares her point of view on it.
Yeah.
That it's kind of voluntary, maybe, and like.
Well, it's generational.
Yeah, like my dad would probably be like, "Yeah, this guy's choosing to be a woman. Come on, buddy, you're choosing." They just don't have like the same empathy and understanding. So to watch her spiral has just been fantastic too.
Yeah.
And then her friend comes over who's like the know-it-all and who's intervening in their marriage, and you're like, "Bitch, why are you even
here?"
doing anything? And she's like, "I am not a lesbian. I'm not gay."
Oh, right, because
she's
the whole
really
thing is
adamant.
she's like, "I'll be living with a woman then, and I don't like women like that."
She keeps saying that over and over. She likes penises and this and that. It's so great.
No,
What a great show.
It is a great show.
Yeah.
And it makes you kind of wonder.
What?
What would you do?
I would have to be committed. Like because I really do think about this seriously now that we're watching. Like, I love you so much that I would stand by you clearly, and I'd be like, okay, well, we'll transition you, and you can live with us and raise our kids, but like I may have to have a boyfriend. I may have to step out.
Man?
Well, we can't do it anymore. You're not a man. You're gonna transition.
It's very hurtful.
And you're probably not gonna be very attractive as a woman. Let's face it.
That's also very hurtful.
You're gonna be the ugliest woman that
Jesus,
ever
you can
lived.
dial it back a little bit.
No, I'm serious. You're not meant to be a woman. Like, your shoulders are too broad. You have so much hair. Could you imagine? Although the hormones will make the hair fall out, I think.
I think that I'd be pretty cute.
You'd be horrendous as a woman. What would you do if I was like, I'm a man?
Oh, I'd be so into it. No, I'd be like, okay. No, I think I love you like that too, where I'd be like,
yeah, sure.
We have that spare room, and that could be yours. And, if you start lifting, we could start sharing clothes.
And then you could get your second Dalmatian wife like you wanted.
Oh my God! Can you imagine her and you and me living together? How much fun that would be.
Can I say something? I kind of would, just for the sake of the family.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'll just raise our kids.
And we'd have the kids call Dalmatian though, just by her first name.
Well, what are they going to call me?
They'd be like, Jenny.
Daddy and Daddy?
Yeah, Daddy and Daddy.
Daddy and Jenny?
No, our boy is so.
You mean Misty? She wouldn't be named Jenny. That's too boring.
Yeah, Misty.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Shandy.
You'd be mommy to him for a while. It'd be hard to break it for him. He's so young. Or maybe he would start we just have him call you your new name. What would be your dude name?
That's tough. It's so hard to choose. I choose like a regular name.
Oh my God! When the one woman, the lady who's not ready for it, who's older, goes, "So do you have a name, like a woman's name that you always wanted?"
So much contempt in the question.
He's like, yeah. She's like, what is it? He's like, Lucy from I Love Lucy. I love that show. And she goes, I fucking hate that name. It's a stupid name. She's not cool about it.
Oh, wait. And then there's other kids. They've been together for 14 years now. They're the ones that have 4 kids.
Yeah.
And they live in a cul-de-sac where everybody knows everyone's business.
They sure do.
And she's really trying to hold it together with him, even though he's transitioning. And you can tell she's just eating those feelings. Like, she's getting fatter and fatter every year.
She's enormous.
So
I have a special treat for you that I want to get into before our guest arrives.
Sure.
So for people who may have missed last week's show, Christina is taping another Netflix special called The Degenerates.
Yes.
Joey Diaz is doing it. Lisa Traeger.
That's her name, yes.
Big J. Okerson.
Brad Williams
Brad Williams. I'm forgetting somebody else.
There's one other woman who I don't know.
But anyway, it's a great lineup. It's in Las Vegas. You've been, running your material, getting ready for it. I thought, as a gift, because you're my wife, that I could just go ahead and throw out there some joke ideas for you. So what I wanted to do was create this moment where we have you run this material right now, cold. You don't know what it is. I just wrote it for you, and you just read it. And
Are you fucking serious
perform.
Right now?
Yeah.
You wrote something for me?
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
I already know what it is.
Just don't.
I know.
But don't even guess.
I know what you're gonna.
But don't even say. I'm saying I think
I'm not gonna guess.
I think it's helpful.
Okay.
And that it's a spouse trying to help a spouse. So I'll go ahead and play the MC, and then you go ahead and do the bit. Okay. And fully commit, please.
Terrified.
All right. And coming to the stage now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Christina P.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Here, you like big tits? Well, I got 'em. Check out these milkers. These are tits. So far, so good, Tom. I call this one Milwaukee and this one Green Bay. These are ripe for all your dairy needs. Milk, you got it. Cheese, Yogurt, could you give me till tomorrow?
That's funny.
Okay. Look at... Babe. Look at this bitch over here. She got some tiny little hungry tits. Damn bitch, you got a gluten allergy or something? Eat a sandwich, skinny little bitch. Babe, you think this is my voice? Like, this is how I tell jokes?
Yes.
This is your impression of my act.
Just keep going. You're killing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're looking up here at these big old tits and you're wondering, is that the only big thing on her? Nope, I got a big puss too. You could park an F-150, a Silverado, and a Ram in there and let Motor Trend decide which is the truck of the year. You know what's sad is that these are actually decent jokes. Like, they're good. Like,
wait, you're killing. You can't just stop.
So, okay. Oh, yeah. My second kid is about to wreck this shop. My pussy is in the Twin Towers, and these babies are hijackers number 1 and 2. Al-Qaeda, you done fucked up downtown again. I love America. Good night.
Well, I'm glad you saved it with that last line because they were upset about your insensitive joke. But good job.
I mean, I have to say, like, the jokes were actually pretty well constructed. I'm upset.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into
My
it.
second kid is about to wreck this shop. My pussy is the Twin Towers, and these babies are hijackers number 1 and 2. Can I use that? That's pretty
Sure.
good. I actually like that one.
Okay. Oh, good. Wow.
Al-Qaeda, you done fucked up downtown again.
Yeah.
Wow. How long did this take to write this material for me?
About 35 to 45 seconds.
Look at this bitch over here. She got some tiny little hungry tits. Damn bitch. You got a gluten allergy or something? Eat a sandwich, skinny little bitch.
I could just hear you in my head as I was writing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just from what I'm hearing, you want me to focus more on my tits?
I mean, I think that's natural. Yeah.
And
talk about what you know. That's
vagina,
what they say.
right.
Talk about what you know.
Wow, this is really great. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to practice tonight and see if it goes well, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing a lot of sets around town. I think it'd be great if you even said, my husband wrote some stuff for me.
Jesus Christ.
Or you're like, here's some new stuff I'm working on. Just pull it out.
Yeah, the sad thing is even your bad jokes are pretty funny.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, not the eat a sandwich, you skinny bitch, or the yogurt line's great.
And how about Milwaukee and Green Bay?
See, those are right, dairy towns.
Those are cities in Wisconsin, dairy state.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel free to swap them out. You want to call them Madison and Oshkosh or whatever.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a really good, thanks.
You're welcome. Anyways, people can see you. They probably, I'm sure it's already all sold out, but it was. I think it's
gone. The belly's gone.
No, I'm talking about in Vegas.
I don't know, because they give out those tickets last minute.
Oh, do they? But I'm sure the sign up is already pretty full.
Yeah, it's pretty done.
You and Diaz and everybody.
I can't believe you did
this. Yeah, you did really great.
When did you do this? You're so funny.
Yesterday.
You're very talented.
Thanks.
That's not bad. These aren't terrible.
I think it's so funny that you're complimenting it.
Well, I can see good joke writing. I mean, the structure's really good. I mean, my pussy is the Twin Towers, and these babies are hijackers number 1 and 2. It's really funny, actually.
Glad you like it.
Al-Qaeda, you done fucked up downtown again. I like that too. It's a little black sounding for me.
Really?
Well, I don't say you done fucked up again.
Well, you can change the phrasing.
You fucked up downtown again. Traffic's fucked up again.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's really special. Thanks, Tom.
I'm really proud of it, and I think you're going to have a great set as long as you stick to exactly what I wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we just take a moment here because our guest should be arriving shortly.
Or
And
I want to eat something real quick.
After a big set, I like to kind of chill for a
Big-
minute.
After killing like this, I'm
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. We are back, and people's big dream has come true. The last time was such a massive success. We never expected it to go. I mean, we obviously expect it to go well, but it definitely exceeded our expectations. We have been marking our To Drew list, as it is called.
Let me show you. I've
Since
got a
then.
whole list of videos
And
just for you.
He is back. Dr. Drew the Body Pinsky is back.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited now.
Showing the guns off with a guest who you may introduce. if
Yes,
you'd
my
like.
wife Susan sitting behind
She's-
us. She may
she's
yet
behind
come in. I'm just mostly excited that she gets to see the videos with me.
Yeah.
So great.
experience these things with me. She didn't seem to understand the importance of the farts to you guys and the
Right.
poo. Our kids at breakfast. Our kids were visiting us this week, and they all came around because my daughter's in town. And they mentioned at breakfast. I told them I was coming over. They go, "Oh, I'm so excited! I'm so excited." They talk about poo a lot.
They do? Do you know that?
No, you guys do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We
Of
do.
course. This
We,
is what the show's about.
We have a lot of things we want to show you, clips that we've been playing since you've been on, and get your take on them.
Oh my
but
God!
some
I'm
people,
you don't understand. I used to have to get prostate biopsies regularly for my prostate cancer, and I
Sure.
would sort of break into sweat just walking into the urologist's office.
Yeah.
This feels just like that. This feels exactly like that. Like someone's going to shoot a fucking needle at my ass and spring load a
Where's your anxiety?
explosive.
Yeah,
Where's your anxiety on a
what's your
scale of 1 to
anxiety
10?
level?
About an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about an
good.
8.
One of the first things, I guess we'll get this out of the way. Somebody emailed and they wanted us to.
Well, let me just first say how happy I am to be here.
Oh,
thank
good.
you.
We're
It's
so
good to see
happy.
you guys. And last time I was a little disoriented, and it took me a while to figure out what the hell was going on. But now I feel like I know you guys
Yes.
better, and
Yeah.
I've been out to your house. I've used your tushy toilet seat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you use it, or you just?
It beheld.
Yeah, okay.
Behold the tushy
Yeah.
toilet seat.
You got to come back and really use it. If
I
you know
mean,
what
the
I mean.
name just in
Yes.
itself sort of
Well,
caught my attention.
I got a new
Yeah.
one. We're actually swapping it out.
Oh,
so
so-
when the new one gets. We
You
even
gotta
had
get
dinner. We had
Corolla-
dinner together.
I know we did since we
Yeah.
last tried.
You
We
guys
get-
have to get a bidet. What are you doing?
We got to get Corolla over here to test these things because he says, cleaning his mess is like trying to take peanut butter out of shag carpet.
Yeah.
And so this could be really important for him.
Yeah.
It is. It's very much like that.
You gotta
Well,
go with it. I mean, have you tried it bfor
I've used those things before. Yes, I used what's now the London in New York used to be I forget what it's called, but it was sort of a Japanese-owned thing. And
Yeah.
right.
And we got into these because we rented a house for a year from a Japanese
Yeah.
woman.
Oh, yeah.
They figured this stuff out.
And she had the Toto washlet.
350, not
yeah.
the 350.
But she had it hooked up in her house.
It sounds like it's up to a generator. Like,
It's so amazing.
It's so affected us that when we bought this house, we immediately were like, day one, we need to have
I
those.
see.
in
I
the
get
new
it.
house.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
So.
You can't go back.
And Tom,
Well-
I'm just imagining, you got a lot of stuff going on up
I mean,
here.
look,
yeah,
Dr.
it's a lot
Drew,
going on.
yeah.
It's, again, to quote Corolla, it's like trying to find Santa Claus's mouth down there.
Oh, and can I tell you, Drew? He's been asking me to eat his scrum for
What?
the last.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What?
Hey,
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about it with the doctor. I'm so glad you're
What
here.
Anxiety, here it goes.
I want her to.
Let's talk about it.
Make out with my butthole, and like bathe it with her tongue.
Well, it's going to be clean because you've had the tushy thing.
Is it
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
clean?
Can
Is
we
it?
wait till she's not pregnant? There's something very weird about it.
Well, not now.
I mean, I worry
I don't
about.
see what the holdup is.
I could make a case. You ready? Against it.
Please.
And the case is that, we got a homeless problem here in Los Angeles. And there's a lot of.
You're saying to ask a homeless person to do it?
No, I'm saying there's a lot of fecal contamination of our water. And that, oral fecal transmission of
Fecal to
disease
oral.
could be really problematic for a pregnant lady. And so if you just happen to go by one of those encampments and volatilized norovirus get into your nasal passage, that stuff is going to be
I stay away from those places.
I understand
believe
that.
me.
I understand.
But that's one of the arguments against it, huh?
Well, that's the only I can think of. But
Fecal to
otherwise,
oral
I just
bacteria.
worry about pregnant women. I just don't want them
Well, what
contaminated.
about-
with anything.
hold on,
But
hold on.
once she
Once
is
she's
delivered,
yeah.
game on.
Game
Ew.
on. Thank you, Dr. Drew.
Especially with your cleansing devices. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
got to worry
And I'm
about?
thinking, like,
No, no,
I'll
no,
just
no.
do, like, the squat and sit and get it over kind of quick, you know?
No,
Where she
no.
lies on her back.
Over her?
And I
Hello?
squat down on her face.
That seems
What if-
weird.
What about antiseptics, sir? You're only watering your beehole.
Okay,
it's
well,
still
get some
filthy.
Clorox wipes or something.
There you go.
Clorox
It'll
wipes.
burn him a little bit, but he's willing to do it for you.
There
what
you
your
go.
dad does.
Yeah, my dad wipes with those.
With
Yeah.
Clorox wipes?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
burns, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's
But that
like-
will kill everything.
well, he said I don't have any butthole itch now. So,
Yes, does he have
so somebody
does he have a colostomy now and no butthole? Is that what happens?
somebody called out your theory.
Which one?
Well, I'm going to show it to you.
Okay, let's do
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Hey, dog cunts. The episode of Dr. Drew may have been one of the best I ever heard on Your Mom's House. However, I do feel
you go.
that Dr. Drew did make one egregious
Oh, I can't
claim
wait.
that I feel I couldn't sit back and
Okay,
accept.
yeah.
Poop absolutely pushes out the farts. Inspired by his hot take and acclaimed by my beloved girlfriend Jean that I may fart too much, I set out on a personal case study to inspect my own farting habits.
Even pregnant, you're still good with this,
I
huh?
can't- you
The
know-
progesterone's supposed to make you want to vomit. You understand? No, you're good?
No, the best part is that we're asking a man who's so overqualified.
I know.
Like he's so educated.
It's all right.
know.
I don't mind
so
talking a little.
smart.
Well, listen
I'm
to what
still
this
a
guy
male.
said. He goes,
Talking
after
farts never gets old when you're a boy, a man.
After keeping a detailed daily journal for over 3 weeks of fart counts and patterns, I found an introspective study into your fart and brown habits can be quite enlightening.
Oh, that's interesting.
First, I found that I fart about 17 times a day.
That's about right.
Which by many standards is above average.
A little bit, yeah.
Feels good to be above average at something.
Yeah.
Even if this means I may be more statistically likely to clear
Your
a
wife's
room.
going to actually deliver right now. You don't
So
care about-
funny because he's over here going 17. That sounds healthy. Good check. Healthy movements.
All right.
Second, I
Above
found
average.
that after a fudge baby birth, my
Oh
farts
my
were relatively
God.
dormant and
Yeah.
less agitated by food or another brown.
Yes.
In my findings, a looming brown was always good for several warning blasts until the log was dropped and subsequently cut by my urine. In conclusion, I can say with confidence, poop does push the farts out.
No, when you're pushing poops out, farts get pushed out too. Come on now, Tom.
Well, this
Back
is
me up on this.
I mean, this is Billie Jean who wrote in.
Yeah, well, Billie Jean, but for that, it's got to be true. But I mean, this is a great, advancement in the world of scientific clinical
Yeah.
observation, and I'm so grateful.
Did you
that
write
Billie-
your
to Billie Jean.
thesis on something like
Yeah,
this?
of course.
Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But maybe I didn't get into it deep enough last time, so maybe
Yeah.
we had to go a little further.
Okay.
Which is that everybody's a little different when it comes to their farts. Okay.
Okay.
I can't believe we're having him go
What's the matter?
crazy.
I mean, we're having a serious
It's making me,
conversation.
this is the best thing that's ever
It's just
happened.
bad, just bodily fun.
I know, but I love it. We have
It's
somebody
good.
so qualified.
So here's the deal.
talking about this
Some of it
nonsense.
is from swallowed air.
Right,
And some
right.
people are very prone to that. They swallow out air and it really gets through. But there's other people that it's the bacterial gas production. It's the nitrogenous, the splitting of nitrogen by the bacteria in the colon. And that's what gives the smell. But also in some people it produces the gas too. So some people it's what they eat and what the bacterial sort of the colonic sort of bacterial flora is doing, right? And what that flora is doing, can it be affected by bulk and stuff? You got a lot of good bulk in your diet, you might be sort of quieting things down a little bit. But if your bowel is stirred and
What do
you
you
give
mean
it the right
bulk in your fiber?
bulk agents, fiber,
Yeah, yeah.
citrocell, Metamucil,
Yep.
stuff like
Sure,
that. You're
sure,
doing
sure.
that all. You
I
gotta
don't
keep,
have to. I don't have to.
Well, now with all that in your abdomen, don't you have to keep things kind of?
I eat so many vegetables.
Yeah.
My diet. I tell him for a pregnant lady, I take amazing dumps. I
How
always
about-
tell him.
Is it? Is
No,
it
I don't
you think
need to.
odd for me that
Do you have to eat
I-
her ass, Bert, before she eats yours?
I've done it. Oh, I've done it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
that's
not,
good.
For
It's
me,
not-
it's like okay.
Yeah, but I'm cleaner and I'm hygienic
But
and
man,
I have hair.
man, we really don't. We sort of like okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. What do you like us to do? All
It's-
right, what
I'm
do we
like,
do?
you don't have to really shower.
I didn't say I'd
So-
liked him to do it. He just did it.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
true.
your phrase. I like.
and also like more than once. Let's not say like I did it
Oh,
once.
for the
Yeah, so she obviously liked it. So
I
do you think she'd
tolerate.
return the favor?
I tell.
once in a while.
I mean,
but
this is sort of my inner dialogue coming out.
No.
Right now.
I get it, but you don't. The sort of standing over her sounds like you're going to produce something more
Yes.
than you know what I mean. It's just it would freak her out a little bit.
Only
Why don't we start like in a
perfect
shower,
world.
something easy?
Well, I'm thinking maybe in the change my die position, lay on my back, pull my legs up.
Yeah.
That's so. It's so. No, it's too childlike. I can't.
I can get in the dog for you if you want.
Down dog.
Yeah.
You look hideous that way.
I look hideous in all the positions. I'm just not a good
You
one.
got to. It's what women put aside to love their man. Is just
Yes.
amazing, isn't
and
it?
it's not vice
I
versa.
know.
I mean,
No,
like,
I know it's not fair.
it's
Such
really
double
unfair. And I was
standard.
telling
Both of
somebody
us. We have
else.
these wonderful looking
I know.
women, and we're just
I
like, what
know.
are they doing?
Well,
What's the matter with
I
them?
think it's like, I also think like I'm not the greatest at this, but I know people who are some guys who are so far down the line on they're physically so unappealing and they have these standards where you're like, are you insane?
Yeah, why do you like it's offensive?
Yeah, they're like, no fat chicks, bro. I'm like, you're 350.
Well,
Like,
why
you're
does this
so
work?
fat.
From a is there a biological thing here?
Yes, do you really want to hear it?
I do. Yeah.
Well, it's that the way we've evolved is males. If you evolutionary biological sort of and evolutionary psychology sort of descriptions are sort of just so, right? Because you can't really study them because there's no way to turn back the clock, right? Mm-hmm. Or the people haven't found great ways to study it. So please don't tell me all the different ways that people do study. I know there's things out there to help understand this. So males have generally, because we don't have to invest so much biologically in a child, we can just
Drop and go.
drop and go, which is what your new anal play is going to be called. Oh my goodness.
Scrum Master Christina. Yeah.
We tend to be more interested in fertility, fecundity, and health, and so genetic, good genes. We're looking
If
for good
she's
genes.
hot.
Yeah, and the females also are looking for that, and sort of have a different relationship with guys that give them the good genes, but are mostly looking for guys that can provide resources and stability
Yeah.
in an environment
Oh,
where
yeah.
where a child could be brought on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
thus the house the fart built.
Yeah. Yeah.
Safety. His last name means Segura is what safety.
Safe.
right?
Sure.
Safe.
Yeah.
That was
Secure.
his dad, though, not him.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he's much like his father, which is why.
You mentioned,
much so.
you
That's
did
good.
like you do like his dad better than him. You've mentioned
Well, I've
that a
said
couple
that.
times.
No, better, not better.
Did he just text me? Let me see. He did. Oh, he just FaceTime. Yesterday, he FaceTimed me from a handicap stall. He was like, "Look how much room I have to shit in here."
See?
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get the way you are? I don't understand.
I don't
Yeah,
How did you-
exactly.
yeah. It's hard to figure out. I want to jump right into this. We have so much we want to show
All right,
you.
I
We
know
know
you
you-
do. I'm trying to like smoke screen and like
We're gonna ease into it, okay?
yeah, that's what
So,
you said last time.
First
I
one
remember
up.
those words.
First one up was in the news. You may have caught wind of this one, but I just wanted to get your take on it. This lady who you may or may not have heard about recently in the news.
Guys, this woman says she came from Florida to find love. Now, she claims the man she's accused of stalking is her soulmate because of her superstitious beliefs and a particular number.
Following the number 33, I used to wake up every day and every night at 3:33. It was always 3:33.
Jacqueline Claire Addis telling 12 News about her beliefs tied to the number 33.
Now, this woman
Yeah.
went from Florida. Do you know this story?
No.
Okay, so she texted this man who she had gone on one date with 65,000 times.
I heard about something like this.
And then they arrested her, and then they gave her like a mini press conference, which I thought was unusual. But
why, Tom? She seems fine.
Welcome to the world news now.
yeah.
Your show is going to become a major news outlet soon. Don't worry.
That's what led her to a Paradise Valley businessman she met on the dating app Luxy.
Then I find out he does stuff for the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea has 33% salt in it.
The common ground between the two,
The same birthday.
convincing her even more that he's her match.
Oh boy.
Do you think that something's going on with her?
What's
No,
happening?
perfectly normal, perfectly natural. What are you talking about, Tom? You just told me you want to stand over your wife with your pants down. What's wrong with this lady? What's wrong with this woman?
Because I feel like the eyes are very revealing.
Well,
Very right.
The
You
eyes,
see
the
that?
Finding
Yeah.
patterns that aren't really
Yeah.
there.
Right. So there's a psychotic process, right? She's not connected to reality, and there's a sort of an OCD thing going on here.
Uh-huh.
I feel a little guilty talking about this one because I'm going to give a talk on stigma and OCD.
Oh, really?
In a couple of months, maybe around the same week you air this thing. And so I hate to make fun of this woman, as you guys make fun of.
No, we will.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what makes me feel bad. But the inability to stop the preoccupations, you see, it just it rolls and it rolls and expands and expands. And there's kind of a psychotic process to it, right? She doesn't even like sort of acknowledge that there's a problem here.
Right.
And then the obsessive compulsive quality to it, and then the compulsive behavior of texting a billion times, that kind of thing. She needs medication.
Yeah.
Very bad thing.
Very
And
bad.
that would regulate this.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's something called
The
exposure.
common ground between the two.
The same birthday.
Convincing her, even
Sorry.
court documents reveal she texted him 65,000 times.
Oh.
That's it? To me, it seemed like more.
Many
And
of
then,
those messages show disturbing delusions of murder.
Also to process, like if somebody said, you did this 65,000 times, and she responded with, "That's it." I thought it was more. Like, so she's
Not connected.
yeah.
Not in this world. Yeah, and then and still they called it delusional. The news reporter just said that, and she's right. This is a delusional
person.
preoccupation. Yeah. So they sometimes schizophrenia can have a certain amount of OCD type quality to it.
I was voting on.
Yeah.
And what about
schizophrenia.
the idea that the newscasters are treating her
Like news?
like almost like she's rational, like asking her these questions like she's going to act rationally when they know she's not rational.
Yeah,
right?
I am very disturbed by the lack of sophistication
Yeah.
when it comes to mental health. That
I
mean, it's like, honey, have you been? Ooh,
Oh my God, no, I love him so much.
honey,
I
have you
just
been?
want to love him so much, that's it.
It is
Here's the questions you would
schizophrenia.
ask somebody that you go, have you been hospitalized before? Have you been
Right.
able to manage work? Do you have intrusive thoughts? Have you ever thought that these things might be problematic? As opposed to, really, you love him? Tell us about that.
Right.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, give me a break. Come on.
Right. That's what we were kind of amused by is the press conference for women that clearly just needs medical
Yeah,
help.
poor
I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen the same look in an interview with like a psychopathic killer who's delusional and detached.
Maybe. I don't think you can see. You can't read a lot.
No,
of
you
the
can't
looks.
read
Yeah.
it, but I'm
But
saying
there's something kind of. Oh, I've discovered something called the Uncanny Valley. Have you heard of this?
No.
Oh, you guys love this.
Oh, yeah.
So and she makes me think of that when I look at her, which is that when comes out of the world of robotics. So. Because I was thinking about stigma and why it occurs, I'm doing some research on it, and I came upon the Uncanny Valley in the world of robotics and virtual reality. As you make humanoid, let's call them robots, more and more and more lifelike, we like them, till they get really nearly human, and then we're repulsed. We get what's called the Uncanny Valley. We have this uncanny repulsion. And look at her. She's like she looks like a human being, but there's something uncannily like undisturbing. You know, it's like, oh man, but we should feel bad for her, not just be disturbed. We should be like, honey, come with us. Come on now.
Yeah.
But we get this uncanny disgust
So it's disgust. Is it fear? Is it why
Yeah,
not?
it's all the above.
But why not jump to empathy? Much like when my
That's
husband.
what I'm saying.
Right.
Uh-oh,
So
much like when he was.
well, much like when he watches videos
this is your theory you're gonna
of
tell?
people getting injured. Why instead of empathy does my husband laugh?
I am still to this day traumatized and confused by the guy in the garage with the
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
where I know he had his legs amputated. If he survived
No, he
that.
survived. We find out he survived.
Does he have legs?
Yeah, he has legs.
What?
Yeah, he does.
Do they work?
I think so.
I mean, that was one of the most. Maybe we should show Susan that video.
Traumatized and confused
Yeah.
are the words
Yeah.
that he.
Because
just
I was
used.
traumatized watching. I knew
Yeah.
what was coming, and
Yeah.
then watching it,
Yes.
and then confused when the laughter ensued between you two.
Thank you.
And it wasn't just
not
Tom.
between me.
Oh yes.
I did not laugh.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. I was
Because
laughing at you because your reaction was what.
Well, there was
what I
laughter,
have.
nonetheless. There was mirth.
I was
There was
mirroring.
mirth, and I was confused by it.
Yeah.
I was confused
Well,
by it. It
'cause-
disturbed me, and it traumatized me more.
Me too. And I was listening to an interview with Johnny Knoxville, and he was saying, they film his reaction after he's been hurt. Now, I think the audience feels safe to laugh because we know he's okay. He's going to get medical treatment even if he cracks a rib or something.
Yeah, I mean that's why we like the Three Stooges.
Right.
That's male humor. We like to see people get hurt that don't really get hurt. We
Right.
got people bang somebody on the head. If I took a mallet and banged you on the head, and it wouldn't be just it would be we got to go to the hospital now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you might never be the same. It's like
And that's
how
when
works.
my husband really starts rolling. With joy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ay, ay,
What's happening?
vey.
What's happening? Okay, it's a parachuter.
Better do something.
Are these paratroopers or these the
Yeah.
weekend
No,
No, it's
military.
real ones. Yeah.
military?
Yeah.
It's empathy, joy, hilarity.
What, did he land on an alligator or something? What happened?
Don't hurt me too much. It fucking hurts so bad. Oh, God. Oh, God, it hurts so fucking bad. Oh, God.
Broke his leg.
The scream is funny.
But
The sound
is
of the
funny to me.
scream.
Yeah.
The sound. Not the connection to what's happening.
There's another layer to my experience here today.
Yeah.
Which is sort of like I'm watching myself a little more clearly. And I'm seeing that I'm laughing at things I should not be laughing at.
Oh, good. Come to the dark side. The brown side of the force, I should say.
I wanted the one with the.
Wait, but can I give my theory to
Sure.
Dr. Drew here?
Yeah.
So my husband loves these murder shows, like the first
Murder
48.
porn.
Interesting.
It's murder porn.
Is it?
It's mostly
no,
a women's
that's-
thing. Yeah, but,
No. This one is 24/7.
What's your favorite?
Oh,
Favorite what?
Murder porn.
No, I love crime shows. I like
That's
crime,
what
I
he
like
says.
thrillers. I'm saying like I can watch.
So you like the mystery unraveling.
I like the mystery unraveling. I
Yes.
like solving the crime. Like Evil Genius. I don't know if you saw that.
The
that just
Netflix
came out.
series.
Yeah,
My kids are watching it.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
right. And it's you putting together the layers of what's connected,
Yeah.
and that I like the detective aspect.
Why
to
not
that.
like figure out how photosynthesis works or something?
Boring.
Why?
But I'm
Why with a
also-
dead person at
I'm
the end of
also
it?
fascinated by human behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've always been interested in psychology and
Well, Tom, to be fair, as I know you somewhat now, you're not interested in human behavior. You're interested in abnormal human
that's
behavior.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Very abnormal human
The
behavior.
more abnormal, the more I'm fascinated.
yeah. So,
But I
here's-
don't know why I'm interested in that.
Okay.
Here's my theory, because I watch him watching these shows.
Tom's actually feeling ashamed now.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
actually
like that. I like the shame part. That's the fun part. That's our whole dynamic. So, but I think what he enjoys is the gossipy element. And then what did they say? And then what did she say? And then he did that, because in his house, he's got two sisters and a mom, and they're constantly gossiping.
So he got rewarded by that stuff. So that element came in. Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
You like gossiping?
I love it.
I do. Yeah. But also, I find that very, very common. Almost
Men?
unheard of. No. Unheard of to not happen among comics.
Oh, yeah, we
Comics
gossip constantly.
are super gossipy especially about other comics,
Yeah.
about things happening in our business.
Business.
Yeah, I almost don't call that gossipy. It's sort of like you love tearing each other down. Love It's envy more than gossip.
Yeah, you have. I mean, and honestly, my favorite role in that is the listening.
Yeah.
Of it. It's not. I'm not a big call everyone up and talk about everyone.
Yeah.
That's
but I
true.
like being the listening device to other
Okay.
people's things.
Somehow that seems better.
Yeah.
He enjoys hearing the story unfold and the
Yeah,
drama
all right.
and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not very good with details and stories, and I know that you don't like that, Tom. No, and then what
That's
did he
true.
say?
I do
And
like.
then
I
what
do
did he
like.
say?
Storytelling is a good skill, right?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good comedic skill too. So
And
good.
it's very. I have very different parents when it comes to storytelling.
Oh yeah.
My mother is very good at detailed storytelling.
Yes.
And
That's
my father
where he
is
gets it.
horrific at it.
Well, you just told a great story he did during his face chat. At least he sets it up right.
Man, most of his stories. I mean, he could be like the difference would be like, the guy robbed the place, and then.
That's it.
Yeah, you're like- and he'll be like, I was in the store. And then my mom will be like, I was in there. I was in line. I felt this guy come in, and he was weird. You
Right.
know?
The woman in front of me was breaking a 20.
Yeah, I mean,
she was wearing a pink
she'll
string
line
of
it
pearl.
all up.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and you'll be like, did that happen to? Yeah. And you're like, why are you fucking leaving all this out? Like, that's how he tells the story.
Okay.
Anyways, all right, let's jump into the, there's so much. Oh, yeah, this guy is really cool. I wanted to get your take on him.
I want an adult hottie in my lap right now, under 26 right now, no frills, no excuse, big titties and intelligence. I don't care if she's a hood, rap, punk rock, or any kind of anything. As long as she's hot and here right now on my 37-year-old dick right now.
Oh, jeez. He's not on drugs.
Oh,
Is that-
drugs.
He's doing well or no?
No, he's doing great. This guy's got it going on. I'm sure Tom talks to you like that all the time.
All the time. Yeah, it's very healthy.
I mean, we suspected that something's going on.
Yeah, he's got the grinding of the teeth a little bit, and the perseveration. Right now.
See, I didn't know if it was drugs or mental illness.
It could be both. It's impossible to tell the difference many times.
Right
And some people get
right now.
become hypersexual on stimulants, and some people shut off.
Meaning, if
So-
you have the mental illness combined with a stimulant, then it can go into overdrive.
Then for sure it could,
Yeah.
but it's hard to predict which way you're going to go. We discussed this last time. It seems like we
But
saw a lot
he's-
of stimulant type stuff.
He's really.
He's got it going on. He's somebody to admire and emulate. Definitely. Definitely. That's. I mean, if you're going to set up your Tinder account, that's what you want hanging behind it. You want.
I haven't visited this clip in a while, so I forget what I think he gets into more.
5 years of never having anything as everybody else gets laid.
What?
The gray-haired beards use the research on telomerase that I put out 8 months ago, and then you just go with that hoe. Why won't you go with me? I don't need that question answered. I need it right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now.
So drugs.
Does he need treatment, you think?
Drogas.
Yes, if he's still alive. You guys always show me dead people. Why do you do that? Here we go. More dead people again.
So the repetition is drugs.
Perseveration, the nonsensical, even that sometimes that rhyming stuff, that weird, weird.
Do you see that a
nonsensical
lot?
Rhyming. Not a lot, but sometimes it makes me think. But he's in real trouble. Keep going. I want to see.
He is okay.
He's in real trouble. Keep going.
After $3,000 of giving food away to the homeless, I think I deserve it. I think I'm entitled bloke, and I think that I deserve it now. I'm not going to believe in your God or any nonsense. I'm not going to believe in Satan either. I just want it here right now, right now, right now, right now, right now.
So he also tied in his own behavior to deserving it. He says,
he's been given to homeless people. But I'm really trying to figure this out. Why?
He might have norovirus.
No. He'd be vomiting then. I'm sure you'll have some footage like that. Now, why the no shirt and why he said no?
It's a common thing we've discovered on this show.
So observant.
We find a lot of guys with no shirt.
Well, PCP will make you throw your clothes off. Yeah, that's
Do they
why.
still have PCP?
Oh yeah,
street
it's still
on
around.
the
And
streets?
MDMA actually somewhat.
Yes, yeah.
Wait,
tends to get you-
PCP will do that?
People, yeah, but when you go whack on PCP, the first thing you do is run out the street and throw your clothes off because it's kind of a manias throw the clothes off. Remember that guy was the pony guy that down in San Diego masturbating out on the corner? Oh, you haven't seen that footage? You would love
write
it.
that down for
You would
later.
love it.
Pony guy.
Is that name Pony? The guy that did that video about the
Yes. Yes, I know who you're talking about.
yeah, and that the South Park picked it up and did a whole cartoon about it.
It was like change the world kind of thing.
But he was severely manic psychotic, and he was on the street corner screaming at everybody with his clothes off, masturbating. That's as is the custom. Christina,
By the way, can we just point out that now she is laughing?
Okay.
At this
I know she claims she didn't laugh at bad
and-
things.
and-
I know you're
tell you
taking it
why?
seriously.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why this makes me laugh? My mother, who was mentally ill, ironically worked for a psychiatrist growing up. And we would get these calls in the middle of the night that, hey, one of the patients is running down the street, call the pet team.
Yeah.
And so I knew from a very early age, like,
How
this
that
kind of
works.
stuff. And, like, it tickles me in an area from childhood.
I need to hear a lot more about that. But first, this guy, there's a way he's sitting there that makes me think he might be lying on his stomach.
Oh.
And he said he hadn't had any sex in 5 years or something. Did he say that?
Something here I can play it
And
again.
he looks to me. I'm used to guys looking like that when they're like paraplegic. They're sort of up on their elbows like this. It made me
After
wonder.
$3,000
So he's on his
of
elbows like
giving food
that.
away to the homeless, I think I deserve it. I think I'm entitled bloke, and I think that I deserve it now. I'm not going to believe in your God or any nonsense. I'm not
He's
going to
lying
believe
down,
in Satan
right?
either.
Is
I
up
just need to
on
get
his
rid of
elbows?
this aphobia from chicks under the age of 26 because of telomerase research says if the father is 35 to 55, the kid will live longer, have longer telomeres, and intelligence more fitter. We need to get rid of it like we need to get rid of incest and pedophilia. We need to get rid of it right now.
Right now.
That's right.
Urgency.
And there's one last thing here. he
Oh,
said.
you're only having sex, your telomerase abundant. You're just going to get stressed and angry and then make everybody depressed and stressed and angry. As you roll with the guy and just go fly, and later in life you have cancer. I want a hottie in my lap right now, right now, right now, right now. 18-year-olds, big tits, doesn't matter the subculture. Right here, right now in Spokane, right now, to go out with me on a date right now.
Locating himself in Spokane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They always give their address. And
He
stuff.
also put out a video that I don't have it queued up, but where he offered to take a woman to dinner and give her $1,000
just to go to dinner.
But he also wanted it to be somebody who was perhaps willing to have a family
with him after he pays $1,000.
Yes.
Who was I talking to? One of the radio shows, something I'm doing where we interacted with somebody that was like essentially a prostitute, and she said a lot of these guys will just pay just to hang out.
Yeah, I believe
this kind
that.
of guy.
Yeah. He's
have
got a little
friends?
energy. I don't think so. It'd be hard to get that engine tuned down. So what kind of mental illness did your mom have?
Oh, she was a borderline.
Oh.
And then later psychotic.
Oh.
Yeah. But we didn't know early in the 80s.
Was she on pills later? Is that why the psychosis? Probably.
No, she became a shut-in. She
she got depressed. Like
she got depressed. She got sick with cancer, and then she slowly became more and more of a shut-in. And then by the end,
pills
it was
with
like,
that, huh? It must have been painkillers.
I don't know.
The doctors did that to her.
Yeah, something's doing. But
Borderline's entertaining.
That's one way of putting it. Talk to my therapist.
Is that only recently you came to know that that's borderline disorder, or did you always know?
No, I knew 10 years ago when I got into therapy, and my shrink was like, "I have a theory that your mother might have been," and I'm like, "No, that sounds about right."
Yeah.
So
it's surprising to me how few people really understand what that is. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, no, that's borderline disorder.
Oh no, it's very clear to me.
People seem to understand narcissism, but they don't understand borderline. Yeah,
borderline's a little harder to understand.
I guess
from the beginning. You know?
I guess it's more
narcissism.
covert.
I think you see it kind of more apparent.
Yeah,
and somebody can say something, you'll be like, "See, that's super narcissistic."
And borderlines are good at sort of getting you in. You know, they sucking you in, and then all of a sudden, the thing starts spinning around. So.
And the appearance of being charming and normal and all that shit. Yeah, it was real fun.
And funny. She was funny.
She was funny.
Yeah, I can say I feel bad for borderlines. They're their own worst enemy. They really are.
Because their biggest fear is abandonment, and ironically, they push everybody.
Right. So they suck you in, they get you super close, they build you up, and then they cut you down. Yes. So you're either all good or all bad at all times. And if you're all good, you're going to abandon. So they make you all bad, and then they abandon you.
Sounds about right. It's my childhood. Yeah, that's why I was down a comedian.
Yeah. It's
good. It's got to come from somewhere.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh boy, processed. Ay. So PCP. That's what we're thinking on this guy.
I'm still thinking stimulants.
Stimulants.
Yeah. Maybe MDMA. Maybe.
MDMA.
Ecstasy.
Interesting.
Come on, Tom. Hit me with a tough one.
Yeah. What you
Give me a rough one.
Give me a rough one. Okay. Hold on. Oh, what do you think?
I'm ready. I'm warmed
with this
up.
guy?
Oh Jesus! Just the way he's. Oh God.
Hi. I'm looking for a white lady that's tattooed and dominant and be willing to put me in a dress and beat the shit out of me. Call me. I'm the sissy of Fremont Street. in Fremont. Sissy Gemini. Again, you stupid white bitch. That's what I'm looking for, is a stupid tattooed white bitch that'll put me in a dress and beat the shit out of me. Call me. 22. I'm waiting, you white slut.
No. I've never. You kind of really bunched up on that one.
Yeah,
I know. I
what
feel
happened?
so bad. Is that he or a she?
That's
it's a he.
It's a he.
But one of the
I just
things
feel
that was
so bad for them.
Really?
But then again, when he starts calling
it was interesting because he started submissive.
Yeah.
And then flipped to like.
Well,
maybe-
he's baiting her. Is he not baiting her?
Whatever it is,
anger?
I was having empathy until he started that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just get, it's just, yes, like a horrible feeling in my chest.
Like disgust.
Oh my God,
or...
disgust and pain and misery and then watching her glee and delight and be feeling that way is really disturbing.
really
I
likes when
can't
you feel
look
that.
at her actually. She's like, yeah, what else? What else horrible you're feeling in your stomach?
Because it's so hard. It's so horrible. Wait,
so horrible.
But is
You're
this
laughing at
is this
me.
a sexual fetish that we're seeing, or
Yes,
is this
that's
mental illness? Or
no, I don't think that
just a
would,
fetish.
I wouldn't say quite that lightly.
Really?
That's not a great happy person.
Oh.
It looks good. I mean,
that's an unhappy, horrible life.
You think so?
Sure.
To be why? Just because he wants to be beat and everything?
Can't you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seemed like a normal guy to me.
Well, his
You're
teeth
saying
didn't
that
look good. The 4 teeth on the bottom, the yellow teeth.
Can't be a good life. And then wanting to have the shit beat out of him. Does not.
Yeah, but some people, is that always okay? There's always in pop culture, let's say, in movies, and I've heard it, thrown around by not experts, that the idea that powerful people,
yes, the
CEOs,
right? People that engage, that provide those services will say that oftentimes they're servicing people that
are successful,
can't
and
be
powerful.
submissive in their life, and this is just sort of the way they act that out.
So when they become submissive by hiring someone, is that they're unhappy, or are they really just is it a harmless thing?
Because this guy's a CEO, clearly, of some company.
This is the president of Chevron. You didn't know
I
that?
thought it was Brooks Brothers. I see the button-down shirt. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're not seeing an oil man there. Now you really got me confused. But it's more of the compartmentalization of trauma,
Ooh.
right? And so if somebody's CEOs have a high probability of being narcissistic, and all that narcissism is a response to trauma. And then when you've been traumatized and you're using this pseudo self to keep yourself pumped up, there's a part of yourself you leave behind that then gets serviced through reenactment of the trauma. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
And reenacting the trauma can be, playful and fun and okay. It certainly doesn't fix the trauma. It doesn't help the trauma. And sometimes you're re-traumatized. So it can make things worse. But it's all that compartmentalization of trauma.
And then in this gentleman, who we'll call a non-CEO, there's probably just a big compartment of trauma that he lives in.
Yeah, he's sort of in it, right? I think that's true.
Yeah.
He sort of looks like he's never made it out.
And
to
so
compartmentalize.
the sexualization of this, he makes it a sexual fetish, and then it's somehow.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe he was sexually abused as a kid or something. Or maybe he's physically abused.
Can I ask you your take on something that we were talking about recently?
I'm learning to read you guys, and there's two things now I've found very, very disturbing. One is the impish smile, the corner of Tom's mouth that occasionally appears, and the other is Christina when she's going, yes, then what? Then what? I see you suffering.
It's the best.
But go ahead.
No, it's the when you pointed out that that I'm a fan or I'm very into abnormal human behavior.
Yes,
Do you
you
think
are.
that that's disturbing?
Does that disturb me?
Okay.
Because those are two different questions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Does not disturb me.
Okay.
I don't find it normal.
Yeah.
I find it maybe a little bit worrisome.
It is a little worrisome?
I always worry. Yeah, I've had lots of friends that have been like that, and they're like, "Oh, I love reading novels about serial killers." I go,
so
"Really?
what
Why?"
happens to them? Yeah.
It's like, really tell me why. None of it's ever borne fruit. I've never been able to find any sort of you're fine, any pattern where I'm like, "Oh, well, that's why they do that." I've never, and it strikes me as like,
strikes you,
why?
Yeah.
Me too.
So,
why so dark? The dark side of the Force.
why are you there with him if it's so disturbing to you?
I don't like the murder stuff, and the reason I think it's funny that
He
you're
says he
uncomfortable.
doesn't care about the murder stuff. He just he likes the abnormal.
I like the
and
abnormal
the intrigue
too.
around
This
it.
makes me laugh.
I like abnormal too. It doesn't necessarily make me
Yeah.
laugh, but I like abnormal.
Oh, this stuff. I think part of this is like I'm mad at my mom, maybe, or something, and this is a way to deal with that. Yeah.
Perhaps, and then you are your mom the way you come after me when I start feeling bad.
Oh no! But I know you can handle. The reason I feel comfortable
Yes, I can
laughing at
handle
you is because you're
Although-
professional and you know.
But I
better.
do remember being exhausted by the end of last show. I do remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I remember you saying that.
Emotionally exhausted, and
Yeah.
I'm beginning to gather the same feelings in my gut.
Here's a good one.
Oh,
for you.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, poor thing. That's my first reaction every time is, oh my God, poor thing. What is she doing? She's rubbing blood. Now, I don't believe, you know what? I don't believe her.
No?
Oh.
I think she's doing that for some business, to attract vampire. You know what I mean? Some people that are into that kind of fetishy stuff.
Interesting.
I bet
Yasmina Jade here, and I just wanted
There
to
she
share
is.
with all of you
She's a fetish
why
person.
I felt the need to share me placing menstrual blood all over my face and what power it holds for us as women to fully own this part of self that we've been shaming.
All right, so this was
for
some sort of
many
acting out.
lifetimes.
Whatever it was, I didn't believe it as sick.
You didn't believe it as sick.
Yeah. At first I went, oh, poor thing, and then I went, wait. She's doing it for a reason.
But
For a
also,
reason.
it could be an attention-seeking reason.
Yeah,
it's dressed up as.
It's like either it goes under either, hey, I provide fetish services and here's one of them, everybody come get me, or this is an artistic happening, it's artistic expression, or in her case, it's a political thing. So
right,
it's just a
through
political
reclaiming the blood and through reclaiming
get
our
worse?
menstrual cycle,
No.
it fully allowed me
silly.
to embody everything that I was. It fully allowed me to have the freedom to be able to express who I was in every way.
I mean, to me, this justification, this explanation for it sounds like nonsense.
Total bullshit.
Total
It
bullshit.
is because she's just an
It's
actress.
all bullshit. But I
Yeah.
thought the now she could be borderline, right? Because my original take on the blood was like, oh, that's bullshit, and then now she's talking, well, that's bullshit
That's
too.
bullshit
So there's
too,
no
yeah.
real there.
Oh.
In borderline sometimes. So I don't know her. I'm not calling her
Right,
out. She
right.
seems lovely. Whatever. It's World Star Hip Hop. Is that where you find all your stuff?
People said it from everywhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, and so it has that feeling.
World Star
of-
posted it like, look at this stupid bitch. Yeah.
By putting this
It
up
is
on social
bullshit,
media,
though,
I
yeah.
really found it just. It kind of gave an invitation to people to be able to know that it's okay to share this part of yourself and
Oh,
that it's
Jesus.
not taboo.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
Nonsense. Whatever. I don't know what her motivation is because I can't tell.
Yeah.
World Star. I didn't even put that together.
Sorry.
So horrible.
I've been trying to play. I've been looking all over for. Is it here? I wanted to play for him. That other guy breaking his leg.
Oh no.
Oh wow! A
No, I
genuine
did-
response for Christina.
yeah,
How
not
about that?
Hey, so
Well, let me see it. I'm interested now.
Oh,
Hey,
the
say
other
what?
guy
So
right
what?
in. I was going to tell you, it's kind of a side note. It'll
Please.
derail. I was listening to a podcast about the Me Too movement yesterday.
Yes.
And there's millennials, and she goes, before the podcast begins, she goes, I just want to give a trigger warning.
Oh boy.
In case you're listening to this, you might be triggered. And I was like, where are we going with this?
I thought we'd sort of move through that.
Yeah.
I've discovered. I spent some time with millennials this week, and two big shocking things jumped out at me. One, they do not use condoms. Zero.
What?
Zero.
What?
I was talking to the teen mom audience, about 200 kids in there, and I was like, "Hey, we're talking about the rise in STIs," and they go, safe sex, and I could see their eyes kind of glaze over. I go, condom use? Nothing. I go, how many of you use condoms? I just raise your hand. Not one hand went up.
Not one hand?
Not one hand. I was like, uh-oh. I need to start Love Line up again.
No kidding.
Or a Snapchat page or a podcast or something. So that one jumped out at me.
Wow.
And then I've decided that millennials all have the Dunning-Kruger syndrome.
What's that?
Oh, I thought Christina would know that one immediately.
No.
Dunning-Kruger is essentially a cognitive distortion where you think you know more than you do. Or you think you're better than you are. It's what essentially gives people the ability to get up at American Idol and sing like crap and then say, I understand, it sounded great, it sounded great.
Yeah.
That's Dunning-Kruger. It's actually a syndrome. And people have varying degrees of this Dunning-Kruger phenomenon based on their essentially lack of real knowledge because they don't know how much they don't know, right? It's like a lack of exposure to depth. And therefore, they feel like they know everything because they're exposed to the phone. They can find everything on
Meaning
there.
no one's reading the whole book. They're just going to the
They're not
the
having any
page.
experiential learning. They're
Right.
just looking at a bunch of facts.
Correct.
And then they're forgetting them. And they all think they know a lot more than they do. So it's Dunning-Kruger.
Wow, so they are sexually active. I mean, they're not just a bunch of Puritan.
I know, they're not using condoms.
They're just not.
And there's an opposite of Dunning-Kruger, or the converse of the Dunning-Kruger is the imposter effect. The people that have tremendous amount of expertise often feel like an imposter.
Yes, yeah.
Most
for sure.
people in professions sort of go through at least a
Of
phase
course.
like that.
Yeah.
So
Wow, it's fascinating. So are STIs just rampant? Like,
just going up. They're going up.
Yeah. What warts? What do we got?
No, warts. Everyone got that.
Yeah.
But we got the vaccine now, so it's not that big a deal.
That's excellent. Yeah.
But it's
Herpes,
gonorrhea
gonorrhea.
and syphilis going way up.
Well, those are treatable, thankfully.
For now. I mean, they're
Bacteria.
getting resistance,
Oh.
And syphilis is a chancre that goes away and then comes back. And surprised you don't have like nasty pictures like that for me.
No.
But
We're not into the medical gross.
yeah, which is confusing again.
I don't get that. Yeah.
You guys are anomalous
Yeah.
in so many ways.
Yeah.
But the syphilis goes away and goes inside, and that's when it does its damage.
Oh, correct. Right.
So
It'll make
people
you
don't-
crazy.
Right.
Insanity. Nietzsche. Right.
Nietzsche, right.
Well, that's a theory. We don't know.
I think that's probably a good one because he was always sick, forever, and then all of a sudden there's neurological deterioration. And what makes me absolutely insane, does your audience know about your background in philosophy?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Is that people go, oh, well, his philosophy was so negative and so disturbing, it drove him crazy. Are you kidding me? There's never been a case of psychosis caused by philosophy or a belief system or a challenging problem of some type. It's like mental illness is a illness, a brain disorder.
It's a full on.
Did you ever call our friends at PEL?
No, don't bring them up on this thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit,
Jesus.
man.
Oh, man. Whatever's going to happen, it's not going to be good.
I don't like this.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, bad. You know what? I'm having a strange reaction.
Yeah?
It's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to lose his legs because
Right.
that car rolled over him and that truck sort of metal hit him. He would have lost his legs.
But the scream is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Dark side of the force.
I've joined you guys.
Jeez.
It's a funny scream.
Without a single shit
Listen.
or poo or anything. We haven't talked about that.
No, this one's poo free.
That makes me
Why is
laugh
that
every time.
funny?
I don't
I
know.
don't like it. I don't like it. And I look at his
I think-
face. He's in pain. There's no bounce back. There's no like,
He
I'm
broke.
all right,
He's
guys.
not. Oh no, he's not
He's
all right.
not walking
He's
off
going
that.
to surgery.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's,
He's not
that's
walking
an
right
open
off.
fracture there.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to
Jesus, you are.
God damn, Tom.
Which when I add, oh no.
Are you thirsty?
Oh my God.
I want to breastfeed you here on these big nips
Hey, yay.
and watch how you suck me dry. Yeah.
Your wife seems to like it.
Susie, you better get on this one.
I'll tell you.
Oh.
Come on if you're thirsty.
Oh.
Is he producing milk?
I don't know, but
Can
they're
he?
pretty nice nips, right?
Can he lactate? Can men lactate?
Yeah, it's called galactorrhea then. But I mean, if you're on certain medications,
But
or
you also got to
hormones
work on those nips. You really got to get on them, right?
to make the blood milk come out.
Yeah. You want to try?
Wait, what's wrong with this mantra?
This one?
Yeah, what? No.
I mean, something's going on with him,
What's
right?
going on
Something's
here?
going on with him. It makes me. I'm gonna guess. Well, I don't know, but it feels like a gender issue, right? Like he's identifying with the mom and stuff, and he wants to be that. And,
Interesting.
And I'm wondering if he's on hormones and maybe he's sort of making his way that way. And this is his sexual piece of that.
Now, this is one of the earliest Your
it's
Mom's
one of
House
our
clips.
oldest clips. Yeah, yeah.
And what have people been saying and thinking about
Just
it?
they just love
gnarly.
it.
They just gnarly.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just
It is
gross.
gnarly, but he seems he seems quite at ease with all of it.
Very
you know
good
what I
at
mean?
it. Yeah, he's
so he doesn't bother him. He likes what he likes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel bad in the normal Your Mom's House way. You know what I mean? Normally I feel so sad for these people. But I noticed here's something about myself. I can't get my hands away from my face.
I see that.
Because I'm so ashamed.
Why are you so ashamed?
Yeah,
you
what's
think?
going on with your
I
shame?
don't know. I feel
Why?
deeply ashamed being here with you today and
Why?
watching these things.
Well-
Because I kind of know I know what's coming. I know it's shameful. I know
The
it's,
thing is, I actually have empathy for these people too, and I feel like I
You
just
just would
think the
never dare
behavior's silly. The behavior's funny, even though we have empathy and
okay, let's see if I can look at it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the behavior's silly.
Oh, see what you think of this guy.
I'll make this brief. My name's John Lyu Shipman. I'm looking for girls for pussy.
Fair
I
enough.
love to eat pussy.
Okay. There you go. Pretty clever.
If you're into fat guys, you're looking for some action, you live in Missouri, please call me at 157 or text me at 163.
To me, that's just desperation.
Yeah, but I also think there's something interesting with the
eyes?
voice level and the eyes. You know, it's like the voice is like it's like this whisper, but it doesn't seem like he's whispering. It seems like that's his
That's his
talking
sex
level.
Yeah,
voice.
I'm imagining he's really fat.
Oh, really?
And there may be like a respiratory piece of this.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not fully
Because the camera is also here.
right. I don't think his lungs can inflate
Wow.
like that much sort
that
of
much
stuff
weight
sitting
is
on top
yeah.
of him.
And the eyes are really not moving a lot.
No.
Well, I'm thinking that looks a little substancy. I mean, look at the glaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinky motherfucker.
Yeah, you are.
I built a sex swing time machine out of beef jerky.
What?
Yeah.
A
A
what?
girl who can roll a blunt with her pussy.
A what?
So he said he built a sex swing time machine out of beef jerky. So now we're getting into kind of
Sex
fantastic
swing
time machine out of beef jerky, and he wants a girl that can roll a blunt with her pussy, which is not possible.
Psychosis or drugs?
Something to sort of aim for.
Or you can try.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, you're into goals in life.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Jerky.
Oh no.
I want a girl who can
That
roll
smile
a blunt with her
again.
pussy.
Oh, whatever's coming.
Text me at 16 or call me.
stare,
My
he
name's
hasn't
John.
blinked
Call
either.
me
Oh, there's a
at
blink.
15. Bye.
But maybe just like a really morbidly obese guy.
Yeah, desperate.
Who's desperate.
Yeah, that's the normal sadness I feel with your videos.
Yeah.
Oh, this one will perk you up. Hold on, let me get you something more fun.
But
okay?
the beef jerky swing.
What am I saying?
Hey, spray that shit, bitch.
So this guy's in Burger King.
Fucking shit.
So he goes in there. He's really, knocking things. He knocked over the cash register,
Yeah.
He's doing
causing problems, and then the employees take the matter into their own hands.
Good. Uh-oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, but
Get out of the way, honey.
That's not good. Oh, jeez.
and he's got like a leg brace on.
Yeah, well.
And then they keep.
They came after him?
Well, someone's standing on him right now.
Oh, on his head.
Yeah.
They got to subdue the guy. I mean,
Yeah.
He's out of control.
She wants him to get up?
Well, she wants the guy who's standing on his head to get off so that she can tase him.
She has a taser?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Careful. Hey.
That was not a good idea.
And then that was just a bystander who got a slap in.
What is the matter with people?
She's tasing his
What's
neck.
wrong with the first guy? Let's look.
He's
at the,
mentally ill,
let's look
dude.
At,
So?
let's look at the unmoved mover, the primary cause.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, like what
Who's
happened?
the
thought he
other
might
mover?
be
They got
drunk.
the camera? He could be on drugs. Could be drunk or
Yeah,
something.
the leg brace. Like, what's going on? Is that mental illness? Drug?
Well, it could be drugs. Again, as always, your choices.
It's a rule out.
Hard to tell. It's a rule out. That's right. You've got to get a toxicology and see what's in there and see what he's like when he sobers up.
But he's not totally normal.
Wow, it depends what you call normal, Tom. I mean, I'm starting to feel a lot of things are normal that I didn't feel that way about an hour ago. Spending a little time with you guys, and I could be, who knows where I'm going to end up.
Oh, jeez. It's a little overkill on
The tasing.
Yeah, he doesn't need all that.
Now he wants
and then
to go.
look, he goes outside, and he just gets right on his little scoot. He gets on his way.
What is that?
You know
It's
that
like a
leg
wheelbarrow.
scoot
I think it's
thing?
like a scoot for when you have
Cast.
a leg that does.
Oh, there the thing, the scoot, with the
scoot.
chair, the
Yeah.
chair on wheels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he needs that. He's got a broken leg.
He needs that.
I'd love to see how that happened, the broken leg.
A couple really good ones
I'm sure it
coming
was
up for
skiing
you.
in the Alps, I suspect.
On his holiday.
Do you know who John McAfee
New
is?
Year's.
Sort of.
You remember McAfee antivirus software?
Yes.
So this man became very wealthy. Because he's one of the early guys that got in on software viruses.
Yeah.
So he kind of got out. He got out of that
I just
business.
realized I could sit here and do this all day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm in
thank
I'm in a
God.
parallel universe.
I was
I'm like, time doesn't move anymore. I'm going through some wormhole.
I was afraid you wanted to run.
Honey, am I okay? Susan, am I okay? Am I in one piece? No, this is not good.
Yeah.
She's worried about me.
She's worried.
Okay.
So I may have her sit and watch one. Just
He
see.
got out of this business.
Don't you want to see if they got the long nipples? Don't you see that one? You didn't like
She
that?
liked it.
That was great. I got a first row view of
Yeah.
her as that was playing. She was like, oh. Yeah. So McAfee.
I knew she liked that one.
Was bought out of his company a while ago, left with 9 figures.
Yeah.
Went down to Belize, and has since been chased by them for a murder or two. And
What?
Yeah.
Chased by who?
By Belizean authorities. They believe that he murdered a neighbor. But
I didn't watch this documentary on Netflix.
in the midst of all his time, that he kind of took over the town he was in Belize as the rich guy. And hired like 20 armed guards, bought the police, cars and boats, and just
craziness.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He also got in with some of the local gals on a fetish of his. And I wanted to see
Is
your
this
take.
him doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
So
Yes.
here's the girls.
Just brace yourself.
That was my first time. I was ashamed, but then I got used to it.
What did he have you do?
Sit on this hammock. The hammock has a hole.
He put you in a hammock. Then after that, he lies down on the hammock. Then
he would cut a little hole, and he would sit there. That's what he used it for.
because he wanted to have like Scott sex, and I didn't agree with that.
What is Scott sex?
And when you poop in someone's mouth.
Oh, what'd she call it?
Scat sex.
Scat sex.
Yeah.
I thought it's just Scots sex. Like Scotchman's into this. The Scots are particularly.
But what was interesting is he would have these girls sit in a hammock with a hole and shit in his mouth.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought she said he would sit in the hammock and shit in her mouth.
No.
Now you're telling me
they
it's pretty clear. I understand where you kind of heard that, but but no, they're talking about
again, easy money, great gig. All you gotta do is go over with a fully loaded
Here,
thing.
let's get through it before we discuss.
Poop in someone's mouth.
Easy
He
peasy.
used to make you shit in his mouth like that.
She's cute.
I've never done that before, and it was an experience for me. And he puts his head under your butt and he asks you to shit in his mouth. And so,
did he ever have regular intercourse, like vaginal intercourse?
No. None of that. That was the only thing I did.
So his only thing was paying these girls to shit.
Was he masturbating when they did this?
They don't get into that, but I like
That's an interesting question,
I like to
though.
imagine that he was.
That would make sense, right? Because this is a sexual fetish.
Thing.
Now,
Yeah, at some level.
Here's the thing I actually wonder, I have a pretty open mind, different people liking different things, whatever turns you on, fine. How can somebody
get turned on by that?
I mean, get turned on, how can they even get through?
How can they tolerate it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder that too.
I mean,
how do
it's
they
like-
not throw up like instantly?
Instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk by human shit and you're like, oh.
Yeah. And how do or even if they were going to shit on his face, he'd be like, no.
Yeah, he's like, right in here.
How can he not? Doesn't he get sick too?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
This is what I was worried about for you.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was worried.
That's what I'm worried about for me. Why am I doing it?
Well, she eats my scrum, you're saying.
Yes,
Not
I'm
eating
worried
the
about,
scrum.
and we're not in a third world country. You know what I'm saying? We're here. Although these days, this Los Angeles is starting to become that. But
for real,
with the sanitation around homelessness, I'm mortified what's going to happen this summer, and the city is not letting people suffer in the streets, and their shit accumulate on giant piles, and then rats accumulate on those piles, and we're going to have a big infectious disease problem this summer.
Open defecation.
Yeah,
that's a huge problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you think that
Welcome to
there's
LA.
a probability that when somebody has a scat sex issue, that it is?
I don't get it.
There's an origin. I know. I don't get it.
I don't get it at all, and I don't. It's not something you get into with patients. At the level I treat patients.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't get into? They don't admit to it, or you
It
just
just doesn't come up in any of this stuff I'm working on with people, and so I can't equate it with anything because I never have gotten into it.
Gotcha, okay.
Except somebody's just wildly, way out into sort of a psychotic state, which he kind of sounds like he is, right? Running around buying everything and
he's whacked out.
He sounds kind of wacky, yeah. And I don't understand where that comes from. We had on Loveline once. We had a woman that called in. She was a servant for this kind of thing or whatever. She was a prostitute essentially, and she said we had a guy wanted that, and she wouldn't do it. So he goes, "Okay, will you at least put it in this Tupperware for me to take it home?"
Yeah,
and she did. We called her Tupperware lady ever after.
I met a couple who does videos online, and they were at a show and they were telling me about they do sex videos, and they sell them. And one of their fans wanted her to shit and mail it to him.
Yeah.
But also wanted her to stick to a specific diet for 3 days before.
What was the diet?
She was like, he just made me eat these certain things. And he was like, it has to be.
Was it certs?
I don't know. But she goes, I ate it and then shit in the thing. And he sent her like fucking $2,000 or something.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Is it that bad? The women are making money.
Well, actually,
it's
not
easy
that bad.
cash.
Do you have a plan for Christina here? Is that what you're saying?
I'd love for her to do this.
You gonna send me to Belize? Is that where?
No. He wants the Tupperware job. He wants the $2,000.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
$2,000 for that?
Did you?
I'll do it for far less. Even that's easy money.
Did you see the Tim Hortons lady in the coffee shop last week?
This sounds familiar. Oh yes, so she duked out for her. Yeah, that was extraordinary.
And she threw it.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
And she's really animated.
I'd love to know what she was fighting about.
Oh, it was about that they wouldn't let her use the restroom.
Yeah.
Look, she's sort of nicely dressed, which I think is hysterical.
You're right. She's like a Pilates mom, and here she goes.
Here it is. I gotta go. I got a problem. I have irritable bowel. Here it comes. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh,
it's
man.
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
That's
And
great.
then look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
then she wipes her hands, and then wipes her ass, and throws that at them too.
Well, she picks it up with her bare
Susan,
hands.
you haven't seen this before? Oh, you've seen it. Okay, I
Yeah,
figured.
yeah.
Mike Rappaport did a whole commentary on this. It was pretty good.
It's
yeah.
pretty good. He's very funny.
I think I saw it on Twitter, actually.
Now, the readiness with which she had that bowel movement ready.
Yeah, in the chamber, loaded in the chamber.
Like, what do you make of all that?
Well, that's why she needed to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. So that's the argument.
She's like, it's gonna happen. You don't believe me?
Now,
Here
it
you
came
go.
out that this lady's problematic to this particular location.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding. This
And
is a difficult person. I am shocked. I can't believe this is a troubled person.
I got to tell you, I'm really. I understand that, and I understand, why people are like, you need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's so crazy when anyone is refused the right to a bathroom.
I know.
Well,
in the civilized world.
My understanding is what came out of that episode where they questioned those two African American gentlemen that were in the
in
Starbucks
Philadelphia.
was now that everyone can use the bathroom under any circumstances at Starbucks. That's what I heard their new policy was.
Well, they can't serve you cups of bowel torture and then be like, you can't shit here.
I know.
I mean, that's the product. That's what it's made
Well, they
for.
let you use the bathroom if you buy something.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
God's
But I also think
sakes.
it's
inhumane.
It
not
is.
to let
It's inhumane when you're just out anywhere and you're like, I need to pee.
Well, what's
And you just
strange
walk
to
in,
me,
like, not here.
I'll tell you what, in this town, in Southern California, it's not that bad. Most places, within a couple of hits, you can find something pretty
Yeah.
easily.
A couple of hits.
You know what I mean? Usually.
But you could be in a
but in
clothing
New York
store, just
City, it's wherever you go for miles. And they're everywhere. Everyone's got a bathroom. Everyone's got that downstairs
I know.
crappy bathroom by the supplies.
Well,
No,
as a 7
you can't
month
use it.
pregnant lady, I walk in and I'm like, I'm using your bathroom.
And-
I don't even fucking ask. I'm like, it's happening, dude. I dare you to tell me no.
Yeah. Or
What
else
do you
just
think?
see another
Squat like
video
that,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I want you to look at this. There's
We
obviously.
need to strap a GoPro to Christina very clearly now because we don't want to miss any of this gold that's coming your way.
But I won't drop a deuce in public. That's not happening.
Oh, okay. You
I
gotta
do
pee.
it
You'll pee.
You gotta pee all the
here.
time
I gotta pee
now.
all the time. Yeah, it's,
What do you think? We're almost done. Okay, so
I'm having a great
There's a
time.
grand finale. The big
My
finish.
hands are away from my face.
United States, the Latin, the save the line. Save the Latin, the save the line.
So, it's his version of Staying Alive.
He's funny.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's good.
But there's some things going on with
Oh,
him.
that I haven't seen yet?
No, you can see them.
He's been in the sun a bit.
He's been in the sun a bit. His
dentist
brush every day.
No, his dentist he brushes every day. Yes, his dentist seems a little bit lazy.
But there's also is there something that you can pick up on in his lungs? Maybe.
Save the line.
Well, he's got emphysema, right?
Is that what?
Yeah,
what it is? Yeah.
and is that a pen he's got clipped to his chest there?
Yeah, I think
or
so.
a microphone. And yeah, no, that's airway obstruction. You're hearing all that sound.
It
yeah,
is?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys seem to always give me somebody with pulmonary problems.
Yeah, we like pulmonary
Yeah,
problems.
because it sounds so funny,
It
right?
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You should be a respiratory therapist, Tom. I think that's the job for you.
I
You
like
can pull out gobs of sputum and listen to that funny sound people make.
Well, tell him why we think this is so funny. How the origin of the joke came.
Well, hold on. I'll get through the rest of it.
He doesn't
know any of the words.
Sounds like Kanye's new song.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, scoop diddy
actually.
poop. There it is.
I mean, this is a lot of sun, right? This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Maybe a truck driver. Maybe he
No,
made a
no,
truck driver?
I don't think.
No,
I don't think
maybe
he's
he
worried.
lived
I think
outside.
he's lived in the desert, sun outside.
Oh, he's lived on that rock.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think his started with a normal brain.
Oh,
Really?
oh,
yeah.
interesting.
That's a lifetime of cognitive impairment.
Interesting.
Really?
Something, for sure.
So, like, your whole life, you're
Not normal.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like no
Cognitive-
sunblock for me again.
He did not get in the usual long school bus.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, really?
No.
Gotcha.
No. But I like him, and I don't
like
feel
him
and I
too.
don't feel sorry for him the way I do everybody else.
No. He's having a
He
good
makes the
time.
best of it. Good for him, man.
He's having fun.
He doesn't care what he looks like.
Well, I really lost my mind on this because my producer, Blue Band, he names all these files.
Yeah.
And what really made me flip out is that he named. They're usually things like just it says "staying alive" or like
Yeah.
closer look at his teeth.
Yes.
But he called this one using lung infection as an instrument. This one.
Save the line.
He's doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Using emphysema.
So he does have a pulmonary issue.
Emphysema of lungs, yeah, as an instrument. It's nice. I dig. He makes the best of everything, this guy. See, that's why I like him.
Yeah,
So you're saying there's a chance he's a smoker, though, too?
Oh, there's a chance, yeah. There's a good chance there. That would help explain some of the skin stuff, too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. God, that really
Let's look at
messes
his
up
hand.
your
Can you
skin.
see, like, he's kind of got to expect to see, like, tobacco-stained fingers. Can you see that?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he smokes, definitely.
I mean, it looks like there's a little discoloration here.
You don't see that anymore. I used to see a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I bet, especially with rehab, right? Because the smoking really ages your skin, man.
But it's weird, you guys. People would, I practiced medicine long enough to have seen historical stuff come and go, and this business of there was a women's thing for a long while, where a woman's identity was, I'm the woman with the cigarette and the martini.
Oh, right.
And that's who I am. That's how I liberate myself and I define myself. And when those women hit their late 70s and I was telling them to stop smoking, you would have thought I was telling them to, like, give me your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'd start shattered. Like, how could I can't. You understand what you're asking.
That's who I am. Yeah.
It's my.
Give up your belief in Christ. Yeah.
Yes.
It's who I'd be if I had quit. I loved smoking. I mean, I stopped 10 years ago.
But it wasn't.
But I liked
you
it.
wouldn't have a cigarette holder and that kind of crazy bar.
I don't know if it's just me.
Think of those old posters.
I
from
know.
the 20s.
I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
They're beautiful.
And the
aesthetically.
imagery, it's something funny about in movies. I still can kind of romanticize
cigarettes,
the popping it out and the lighting, the ritual of it.
Yeah, you get it.
I get that, but
but at the same time, it's so bizarre.
Well, in life though, when I see someone step out of a building,
then it's like, what are you doing?
I've become that person in a way where I go like, I can't believe this person's doing that, especially
Still,
with today's knowledge. That you live in the world now, you're exposed to all that information.
Yeah, in fact, I was last night watching I'm Dying Up Here. Do you watch that series?
Yes, I have to watch the second episode.
Okay, well, Goldie was up at 3 a.m. and she was
always
so
smoking.
good.
Goldie,
and I thought, damn, that would work. You'd use it as a stimulant, stay awake. She wouldn't have that anymore.
They smoke and drink constantly in that show. It makes me crazy.
Well, it's also 70s, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we've
so
come,
emphysema. They're mystery solved.
We've come to the.
Oh god.
The final. This is the one we've really been cherishing for you, and
there was not a lot of poop today, like my son's warned me.
That's interesting.
No, we got into our own discussion of it. But,
okay.
You know, that was fun. But now we're going to see if you're part of the gang. Okay.
4 strokes.
So here.
What was that? What did that say?
Oh no,
you'll see.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. Susan, close your eyes.
No, you won't be able to tell because it's all in the audio.
Okay.
But we'll please we'll bring her in for her take on what's going on. All right. So this guy has some advice for just the general public.
He has advice.
He has some thoughts on some things that are actually medically related.
Oh, good.
And maybe you can support, or if you feel so inclined, dispute what he suggests.
If you've had any kind of erectile disorder problems, I'm here to tell you, forget about Viagra, forget about salads, forget about dick implants and all that stuff. So I don't know if you believe me or not, but if you like to see me smoke some meth with a small limp dick that doesn't get hard any other way, and watch it get harder and harder, the more I smoke, the harder my dick gets. It's unbelievable.
That can happen.
That can happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
You want to take a video of whatever?
That's not a video. It's just a still.
Of me.
I just gotta get your face for the audience.
Okay, so that's possible. It's sort of priapism is what he's getting, really. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, would you suggest to somebody who's like...
No, that is not a treatment for erectile dysfunction.
You shouldn't smoke meth.
No, you should not smoke meth.
But what if they're like, I've tried Viagra and I've tried Cialis?
No.
It's bad?
But
it's bad.
But we were shocked to know that there was some medicinal value to meth.
I say medicinal value. It's a side effect.
It's a side effect that you get erect?
It's a priapism.
What? Explain that.
Priapism is like is what my radio partner used to call clinical boner.
Okay.
It's like it gets extra firm and won't come down, and it can actually cut off its own blood supply, and you have to have an operation to.
And this is a common occurrence with smoking meth? No. Okay.
But certain medicines, certain substances can cause it. And even the PDE5s, the Viagra's and that kind of stuff can cause it.
This guy finds it so important.
He uses it. He likes it.
Well, I'll let him tell you.
Okay.
You're gay, you won't believe how good it feels. If you're straight, you won't believe how good it feels. Your dickhead becomes so sensitive that you don't need lube, you don't need spit. You just stroke that dickhead this up and down 4 times. Just barely do it, and you'll shoot an enormous amount of very thick, hot white cum.
Those are details I needed.
Isn't
there's
that the
more.
grossest?
Oh, there's more.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, there's more.
Wait, just when you think it can't get grosser.
Oh yeah,
brace
no,
yourself.
There's definitely more.
More cum than I've ever did in my life. And I know I'm gay. I love to get blowjobs. And I tell you what, I cannot wait when I'm so fucked up and hot and horny on meth. I let anybody give me a blowjob.
Yeah.
So that's
So some people get hypersexual and all that stuff on meth. That happens.
and you're saying like you don't recommend anyone to do it though.
Well, Tom, don't put words in my mouth. I mean, how dare you? Why would I suggest something? You never say always or never in medicine.
Well, here's the next piece that I think we both think you're going to enjoy.
My brother didn't believe me. But when he smoked with me, he put out his dick. I couldn't believe how big his dick was. He jacked off in 4 strokes and shot the most cum he'd ever shot in his life. He's only 49, and he's fine. He has no neuropathy problems at all.
No neuropathy.
But his dick gets even harder and thicker and even more cum. He believes me now.
So, to recap, he sold us on the meth.
Sold
and
us
then
on the meth
he
for
said
erectile dysfunction.
His
It's the only-
brother was not a believer,
But he,
when they smoked together, his brother pulled out his dick, and he couldn't believe how big his brother's dick was,
and how much it produced,
and that he jerked off in 4 strokes. Yeah, and it was so much, and his brother believes him now.
Yeah, and this gentleman is delighted and impressed.
Very impressed. He also pointed out medicinally, I was wondering if you could weigh in on this. He said, my brother's only 49, no neuropathy
Yeah, why the
issues.
neuropathy
Brings
bring
it up.
a
Because he must have
bonus?
neuropathy.
So he's like, he's not like me.
He's not like me. Yeah.
And would the neuropathy affect erections? Is that why it's
with diabetes?
So maybe that's why he's bringing it up at all. It's that.
So I'm figuring he's diabetic. And so to just summarize, Tom, diabetics should smoke crack and meth. Those are the people that really benefit from.
And you're putting your name on the line, and the Dr. Do stamp of approval.
In fact, they get the particularly with smoke cocaine and sometimes with meth, diabetics get horrible problems with the diabetics are especially prone to just severe medical problems from both.
Oh,
horrible.
And maybe
kidneys gone in short order.
Is it possible that a
Particularly
study is due for diabetics?
Well, he
and
did
smoking?
it. He did it. He
could the medical community get behind?
Well, let's go get him and let's get him over to Harvard and bring him to the medical school.
We
there.
unlocked the mystery because the neuropathy line was giving me trouble last time. We've gone over this this guy's been in our lives now
Well,
for about a month.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I couldn't believe how big his dick was.
Couldn't believe it.
Now, wait a minute.
And I'm assuming that's his source of his erectile dysfunction, right? And that's why he's saying.
You're blowing my mind.
Wait, what's the source of it? Is the diabetes?
Diabetes, and that's why he's so geeked to have a big hard dick.
Yeah.
From a little limp dick to a big hard dick. Now, what's with a thick hot cum? Why is it so thick and hot?
Did my wife just throw up?
She was like, yeah.
Doesn't it increase the thickness of your?
You're dehydrated from meth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're sexually stimulated, your prostate will begin to produce a bit of fluid into the seminal vesicle. So it's probably just a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
He's stoked on it. He's just stoked that he's got something coming in.
Well, so I'm going back on my priapism thing. It may not be priapism that he had. It may just be his experience of meth.
And it sounds like what Dr. Drew's saying for our listening audience. Try it out. See what happens.
Well, we're gonna have Tom try it first. See what he says.
Well, it sounds like he wants to. He's so interested in this
I'm
clip.
not here to tell you do anything illegal. I don't want you to do anything illegal. I don't want you doing anything you don't feel comfortable doing. But I promise you, if you can find anybody you know that won't get you into trouble, smoke some meth. The more you smoke off that bowl, the harder your dick will get. Your dick will get hard.
We
so
got
if
it.
you want to see me go from a limp dick to a hard dick, I will do it this
Just to
weekend,
clarify.
and I'll videotape it from just a small dick,
Got
very
it.
limp,
Got
and
it.
watch it.
Well, I want to know why you guys haven't searched the land for that
Right?
video.
Let me know.
Oh,
what
what happened was
I'll show it to you.
I mean, I'm a little disappointed.
when this guy
in
posted
you
this
personally,
we shared this and we really celebrated this. And
There's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
There's a T-shirt.
No. There are 2 T-shirts and a hat. And by the way, much to Christina's chagrin,
I don't believe in selling the shirt. I don't. Just
Why?
It's 4-stroke gang. I mean, it's a guy on meth telling you to jack your dick 4
the
times.
4-stroke gang hat,
I mean, it's
the 4-stroke
disgusting.
gang motor shirt, and the 4-stroke gang golf shirt.
I would say that these are sort of billboards against smoking crack. You don't know how the male mind works. You don't get it.
Well, Christina was like, "No, people don't buy it." We had to reorder this one within 2 days, and we are restocking this one now.
I'll tell you. No,
By the way,
I will tell you.
I have
why.
news for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend. I want to proudly wear that hat.
Oh, I fucking wish I had one here. I would definitely.
We'll give you.
Is there something else I can proudly wear around town?
Now, may I explain to Dr. Drew why I'm opposed to the 4-stroke gang as a piece of merch? You're Xing out half of our audience. There's no woman with normal mental faculties that wants to wear a 4-stroke
really?
shirt.
Really? Okay.
Correct.
Right?
Do you want to?
Am I right?
Oh yeah.
Hello. Let's ask
Oh
Susan.
my God, she wants to wear a shirt in Las Vegas.
A 4-stroke.
You're gonna
cum
wear that
gang?
shirt?
Disgusting. You're an animal,
No, she's
Susan.
not. No.
You're depraved.
She's been in this room too long. You see what happens to people? That's
wanna
why I get
see-
scared. My shame diminishes. I start participating with you guys. It really is Christina.
You're becoming a stand-up comedian. That's what it is to be a stand-up comic.
I just want to interject. Excuse me. Christina's saying this X is out. Half the audience, the
yes,
female
they don't want to
audience.
buy this shit.
Okay,
I sure you have pictures of people wearing it.
No.
It's
I just wanted to show you.
But it's the dudes getting them to wear it. Though.
I want to volunteer
Yeah, exactly.
Exhibit A
Okay, please.
that a woman might
Yes.
wear that.
She's one who
Black guys who like to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95.
Black guys that love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you love to fuck.
Black guys who love to fucking fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at 20.
Black guys who like to fuck and fuck good.
Did you just remember the original?
Love to fuck
Doesn't
and
matter.
fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to.
These are all listeners of our show. Okay, who
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're submitting videos of the Try It Out guy who you covered last time.
Yes.
That's the
That
that's
was my
this. They're all
favorite
parodying
one.
this guy.
Black
Oh, yeah,
guys
there
who
he is.
love to fuck and fuck
There
good.
he is.
If you're a hot black
Okay.
guy, and
So
you
you're trying to tell me-
what's weird though?
Yeah.
It's not as disturbing when the women are doing it, right? Isn't
Right.
that
No,
weird?
it's charming. Yeah, it's
Almost.
entertaining.
It's entertaining.
But you're trying to tell me these chicks won't wear the 4-stroke?
Oh yeah,
gang?
they're fans. They're
Yeah, of
they're
course.
they wear it proudly.
See.
But
think
but
it's
again,
disgusting.
there's always a dude behind that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There's always some guy going, "Oh, we could do this. I want you. We'll put a mustache on. It'll be
Yeah,
great."
yeah.
So in a way, it's not their own autonomous decision making that results in the forced.
I don't know. I think
That's a
some
theory.
of them. It's a theory. I think some of them would even get upset and be like, "Dr. Drew, how dare you?"
Oh, I would like to know. Please write in.
Yeah.
Because if that was your idea, young lady, and you executed on your own, slow clap.
Look at
Slow
that.
clap.
Wow.
I will say to support
Because we're evolving then as a species.
to support.
We are.
Oh, really?
You
think
know
so?
what?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do think, Drew, that our audience, we do have women that are that down for the get down, that they would self-initiate this type
I want to
of-
know.
I
need
think
to
they
know.
would.
I will
Yeah,
say
do.
this
I do think they would.
in your defense of your theory. When I was touring last year, a lot of times women would come up to me and go, "My boyfriend said to tell you."
Yes.
And so they would.
And we learned this on level. Back with Corolla, we used to always go, because a woman would call with a prank something, and we go, "Okay, where's the dude? Who put you up to
Oh,
that?"
Who put you up to
interesting.
that?
And they're always, not 99%, 100. No, one time there was not. One time there was not, and we literally befriended her and said, "You can't leave us." We had nicknamed her, and we just kept her around because
Well-
it was a unicorn.
Just to further this, we restocked the Try It Out, which is that guy. We restocked Ball Hog. My Water Champ hat sold out, so we had to restock
stupid.
that.
It's silly. Where's your water today?
Also, guess what? Guess what sold out, and you had
Where's
to
your
restock
water?
your Not Los Angeles shirt.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my
So,
shirt idea. Hello.
A bunch of those
LA, not
are
LA.
restocked in the store. Merch method.
I got to walk around with something in Las Vegas.
We're
It's
gonna
going to make
give
the
you
trip
something.
worthwhile. It really is.
We got a box
Because I'm
of
going to
stuff.
Let me
collect
see what I
your
got.
listeners and viewers and see what I got.
Yeah. Oh, you got. Yeah.
We need to know who they are and what they're up to. And I'm sorry, honey, it's going to be quite a weekend.
They're great.
God, I wish I had more
I'm
here
begging
at
your
the house.
pardon now.
They're great. They're wonderful people. Very nice people.
This is such a treat. I mean, I really want to make this a regular thing where you come every once in a while and
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make it should be on demand by your viewers and listeners.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd come here every week if we're up to me. It's so you got it. They have to want it.
Well, we have to.
They want
we
it,
have to have the
believe me.
content for you. You know, it takes a while to accumulate these videos.
Last time, I must admit, I was much more disturbed by the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you need to up your game a little bit, Tom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think, the interesting thing is you say Tom, but really what you're saying is your Mom's House listeners. So you heard it from the doctor's mouth.
Yeah.
He doesn't think...
And I'd like to get into the anomalies, the medical weird and stuff. I think you guys would like that with me because I think you don't know, you don't understand it.
I don't.
But if I could bring it to life for you, I think it would have its own little life.
Well, let's put a call out there. You guys have any medical anomaly videos?
Medical weird stuff, STDs, and a weird, not just weird behaviors, but weird medical stuff. You'd be amazed the array. You'd be amazed. Not it doesn't have to even be as sad as so many of your videos that start out with me sad.
Yeah.
It could be just intriguing.
I was about to play a song that was in this folder, but then I realized that DJ Skull Vomit sent that song that was so good. Remember the one I played on my phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm immediately a fan of anybody named Skull Vomit.
I know.
Yeah.
They're so
we
good.
had Fart Barf. Did you ever see that band? Fart Barf?
No.
Oh, you'd love them. They wear primate masks, and you never see their faces, and they're this sort of hardcore electronic Fart Barf.
Jesus Christ. Look at your life. You're
Okay, this is called Your Mom's House Scat Anthem.
Oh, no.
Produced by Fart Simpson. Yeah. So, Dr. Drew, thank you so much.
It's such a privilege. I love seeing you guys.
You want to get
Sorry,
yeah, of course.
Come and say hi. What?
I said
come say hi at least. I was too enraptured.
This
Give plugs.
Yeah, do your plugs.
Yeah, do your plugs. Come on.
Oh, I get to do his plugs?
Well, you get to do it all.
Of course, there's drdrew.com where you can find all the podcasts Dr. Drew does. But thanks for having me.
Yeah, tell us about the. I'm sorry that this wasn't set up.
No, it's okay.
The way that Drew comes in and analyzes these things is like a very specific thing. But you guys have multiple podcasts.
Yes.
So,
and the one we want you guys to come on is This Life Podcast, which you've done already.
I loved it. It was super fun.
We're going to try to hook you up with Janice Dickinson.
Love Janice Dickinson.
And don't you have a couple other podcasts?
But you guys have to quit working so hard.
Yeah, I know.
It's really hard to pin you down. And now you're going to have a baby.
I know. It's a mess.
It's okay. I know it'll happen.
And you have a couple of your own as well.
Well, I have one that I've done over the years with psychic mediums, which you've also been a guest on, and you were amazing. Actually, Tom hated it, but Christina was great.
It was a trip. They were accurate about a lot of stuff.
Did they predict that he was going to be a movie star? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
You were a little closed off.
I was a little.
I wanted a redo. I don't know why. I got to get. He was not digging it.
That was true.
Bit.
I was a bit of a skeptic.
You were.
Yeah. But I liked your the medium. She was very nice.
They are. I mean, it's funny because sometimes you get great mediums with your guest, and I think more of the spirits were coming for Christina.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, she's.
But it was fun.
It's because I have a better personality, and
all right.
They want to
on that note, anything else? So all the podcasts.
No, but our podcast, This Life You Live, #YouLive, is our popular one with addiction and non-addiction, but more celebrities like yourselves. And then we also have a new one called Swole Patrol, which is more fitness oriented.
Do you want to just show off the guns for a second?
With
Can you do a
Mike
double flex?
Catherwood as the host, and so Drew may not even be there. Like, it's Mike's show, and he loved that video. He sent it to us. Wait, did you send the video with the woman
grabbing the thing,
pooping?
Yeah, the
public?
Tim Hortons shitting. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I got that feed.
From Mike?
That's Mike Catherwood's.
I gotta meet this guy.
Catherwood's future.
I think I just
ex-wife.
didn't I?
Oh my God, he could
I think I just met him.
a whole new world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's got some good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But he's doing a fitness and health podcast, which is very mainstream, and we're really digging it. I'm very excited for him.
Excellent. All right.
And then drdrew.com, just go there and you can find everything. All the shows are there.
And you guys are going to go party, smoke some meth in Vegas right now.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Go to a titty bar.
Yeah, that's right. Titty. Oh, wow. You guys are going to live
What
it up.
do you guys get up to in Vegas? I can't wait to hear.
Dr. Drew goes wild in
Does
Vegas.
he? Yeah. You guys are going to crank it, turn it on. All right. Gene, anything else?
No, thanks for coming, you guys. You're my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, it's
I
kind of
love
funny.
you.
I'm taking one of my psychic mediums to Vegas this
On this
weekend.
trip?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
going to
it's
try to win some money.
Ooh, good call.
You didn't meet Rebecca Fearing, but she's actually
you're
coming
gonna
with me.
have a medium.
It's a great
Yes.
idea.
Advise what to do, like where to play.
Yes, and I'm going to ask her to tell me what to bet on.
It.
You want to come?
I'd like to give you some cash.
Okay. Now he believes in it.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go and I come back on Sunday?
See you later.
No, really, seriously. I like hanging out with Rebecca, but I said, wouldn't it be fun to go to? I'm going to bet on a game. What's the game I'm betting on, Drew?
The NBA Finals.
The NBA Finals are this weekend.
Oh.
So yeah, give me some
and
cash
there's
for that.
There's big. These are game 7s that we're going late. Or game 7 is Celtics Cavs.
So if
I don't know.
I come back with some
Are we up
dough,
to
you'll
7
know
in
they're
the
the real
Rockets?
Celtics Cavs is what we're going to bet on.
Wow. What? Do you have any inclination of what you're
I
going to do, or
have no
no?
idea.
You're going to put it all on her.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Interesting.
Let me know how it goes.
I've
I'm
done
curious.
that before.
And are you going to wager?
She predicted Oklahoma.
Are you
going to
wager real money?
Hell yeah.
You are.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no.
It's called real money.
I mean, you're going to throw a dime down on this thing, right?
No, I don't think so. Although, well, we don't have to pay our mortgage this month, so I was thinking maybe.
Oh my God.
I'm just joking.
You don't have to pay this month. Way to go, Drew.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, if you guys want to meet Drew, there is a possibility if you get into meth and crack and other serious drugs,
Right.
he might treat you.
Yeah, you guys need to meet Mike Catherwood.
So horrible. It's a horrible way to meet him.
Anyways, thanks for having me.
No,
and
thank you, Susan.
Here's Drew.
All right. Dr. Drew.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's so
It's
uncomfortable,
the,
but it'll make you look good on
makes you-
camera.
and it
no,
makes you sit
somebody's-
up straighter.
I sat in a chair yesterday for a shoot, and it was a drummer's chair.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen one of these?
No.
They said it cost $1,000. It makes you like sit like this, but it's comfortable. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh, wow.
It's supposed to be for your posture.
Yeah, this
and
is good. I
shit.
like it. Even though I slouched down at most of the show. It's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for doing this. We
I
really
listen.
appreciate it.
Anytime you guys are my favorite. Anytime, anywhere. You know, you've
All
got
right.
you got some stuff coming up. We're gonna try to come see you.
Yeah, please do.
So,
all right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye
We'll see you next week. That was really good.
My ancestors taught me.
I'm a horn. Did I just scat?
You scatting. I don't need the horn. I am the horn.
Scat play is when you play a poopy.
Come on, it's not really a talent.
It's like we're instrumental.
What do you like best about listening to somebody scat?
I mean, it's just like I just feel it in me.